Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Fanboy 4 show. I'm one of your hosts, Justin. Joining me as always is Brandon. Steven.
Let's go Caps! World Champs!
And Tony.
Brandon, I didn't know we were doing all that.
Man, you gotta go big, right?
Like he opened his mouth and it like froze. I thought I was like, bah, 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 bah. And I was like,
That's funny.
So yeah, this is episode 11 of the Fanboy 4. Hey, we made it to episode 11, yeah! And this is our E3 mega show. We are going to make predictions for Sony and Xbox, PlayStation. Sony and PlayStation are the same. Nintendo and all the third parties. We are gonna do this. I will be up front. I have been drinking for a little bit because I just kind of loosen up and have some fun tonight because it's Friday. Usually we record on Wednesdays, so that is what's going on. But how you guys all doing? Well, you're all drinking right now as I ask you a question.
Doing good. Caps won.
Yeah, doing pretty good.
So
Yeah, if you guys don't remember or don't know or whatever, everyone but me is a Washington Capitals fan, and because they're all from the Maryland area, and they just watched their hockey team last night win the Stanley Cup.
Champions!
so
Stephen, was that you that put your boobies on glass?
Yes, that was me that put my titties on the glass.
Okay, because I mean, all the players were looking, and I figured that's why. So okay,
Yeah. Well, I bring my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. So.
that's right.
I've
So
never gone in that
basically-
yard.
So E3 starts tomorrow with EA's press conference, and then Sunday you've got Microsoft and Bethesda, and then Monday you've got Square, you've got Ubisoft, and you've got PlayStation, and then there's Devolver Digital somewhere in there, and the PC gaming show. We're not really going to talk too much about those. We were kind of just talking about the main ones. But just to start off, what?
And Nintendo Tuesday. It's
Oh yeah, Nintendo Tuesday. I almost
Tuesday,
left
right?
that.
Yeah.
I almost left the best. Well, they always leave the best for last. I almost forgot about them. But yeah, so what of what we already know that we're probably going to see? What are you guys the most excited to hopefully see more of, or see for the first time from at E3? We'll start with you, Brandon.
that we know of. It's actually, I mean, I have kind of a prediction for it as well, but I'm pretty excited to see more of Kingdom Hearts.
Mhm.
And then also maybe a little more Spider-Man, which I also have another prediction for as well. So
Mhm.
You got to buy that $200 Keyblade that Third Eye is selling?
I didn't actually see the price.
Yeah, I was looking in the comments. $200, $199.99.
Can't go wrong. It's cheap.
Worth it. Worth it.
Yeah.
I know, Brandon. Don't.
It'll
I
complete
You
your
buy stuff-
Just,
it'll complete your Sora cosplay. It's Sora, right?
yeah, it's Sora.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Steven, what are you most
Sora.
excited to see?
Me?
Yeah,
Talking
you.
to me?
I'm talking.
Let's see. I am most excited to see just Xbox's press conference. I mean, I'm an Xbox fanboy, so I'm just excited to see everything that they have. Hopefully they're bringing some new stuff. We'll get into that. I don't think you have to see their conference. I feel like with some recent news, Crackdown, we definitely need to see some. See something. Show me something.
Yeah.
Mhm. Tony?
Interestingly enough, less excited and more intrigued with the Assassin's Creed. I'm itching to I'm waiting for the next sale to happen so I can buy Origins because I have been kind of interested in playing it. So that's had me intrigued, and then the new one's intrigued. What would I play? No, I want to play on my PS4.
Well,
Need the trophy.
shit.
I need
Right.
a trophy dog.
We actually got a comment on our Facebook right now. My cousin Luke is most excited for Ghost of Tsushima. Actually, I'm very excited to see it myself. It's the next game from
Yeah, me
Sucker
too.
Punch.
Yeah.
All we got
me
was a
too.
trailer, I think, at PSX. So hopefully we see what that game all entails. But Sucker Punch is cool. So Infamous, I know they made, and a few other things. But the thing I'm most excited for.
Sly Cooper.
Oh yeah, Sly Cooper. That's the other one. I'm most excited to see Anthem, just because even though we've seen gameplay, we don't really know too much about it. But
Mhm.
I think I just want to see more about it. It's kind of a it's like kind of like Destiny, but third person. It's also BioWare, so put all those things together. It should be
Melissa!
So yeah, so let's get to it. This episode's probably gonna be pretty long, so let's get right down and dirty to it. So let's start with Xbox. What we'll do is we'll do predictions first, and then we'll kind of do afterwards. We'll kind of do like a summary, kind of like what we think they need to do to be successful conference, what they should avoid, that kind of thing. But we'll start with predictions. I'm going to just go in alphabetical order, so it'll go Brandon, me, Steve, and Tony. Or we can go Anthony, Brandon.
Are we doing one at a time? Are we going to do all four?
Yeah, we'll just do one at a time. So, Brandon, what is your first Xbox prediction?
My first Xbox prediction. I haven't even finished the beer yet. Is a new Fable game will be announced with a release date.
You don't have to be careful. It's okay. Yeah. So Fable with a release date.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I feel like this kind of goes hand in hand with my bold prediction for Xbox, but I feel like Xbox needs to be a little proactive here and build some extreme hype. So,
hype train.
But have you heard anything like the stuff about the team that makes all the Forza games? Like they split up. Like there's a second team.
Yeah.
And people have been like saying that they think that they might be doing a new Fable.
Also, if we are not doing news today just because it's just such a packed episode, but one of the things that was kind of a newsworthy item this week I was going to talk about was that actually the developer that makes the Forza games, Playground, got what's the word I'm looking for? They have a new director basically for their company, and it's like the person that does relations for Microsoft. And usually when that happens, it means that they bought the studio. So most likely Microsoft owns Playground now. There's not been an official announcement, but sometimes, that stuff, there's paperwork and stuff like that. So it's probably not official, but there's a new director in charge, and it's the guy that's from Microsoft. So they probably own that studio, and that would make sense if what you're saying about Fable. If one's doing the Forza games, one's doing Fable, that would make total sense.
Yeah.
So Brandon, what was your prediction again? I'm gonna Excel spreadsheet this bitch.
I like it.
New Fable announced with release date.
Cool.
When you say date, do you mean like month or just
year?
I'll
I'll say like it'll probably be like spring 2019 or something.
Just like a general release.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to say. All right, so bring my iPad over here so I can actually read. My first prediction is that with Kingdom Hearts 3 coming to Xbox, I believe Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 collection, the one with all the games on it, will come to Xbox One this August or September. It'll come out basically, soon by the end of the summer. Because if you're an Xbox gamer, you've never played Kingdom Hearts on Xbox. So in order to get caught to that very deep story, you kind of need to know that stuff, unless they're going to do some type of summary at the beginning of 3. So I think that they'll bring that collection finally to the Xbox so that Xbox gamers can kind of get caught up. At least I'm hoping they will. That's almost like a hope also, just because I'm like, I want to play Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't really remember 1 and 2 because it's been so long. So
yeah.
I don't know if there's like some type of deal that PlayStation has, because like when 1 and 2 released, Square Enix was still had the exclusive deal with PlayStation or Sony. So I don't know how that works.
I don't know if Sony has rights or not. I'm not actually sure. I just kind of just went with it.
So Justin, Luke said that you can attest to this, that he really liked and really enjoyed Fable back in the day.
Yeah, we both really got into Fable back in the day. And then he also said, correct, on his delayed, yes, that was confirmed actually, I think earlier today or yesterday, that it's actually not coming out till February 2019, which is kind of interesting. But we'll talk about that in a little bit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So next up would be Steven.
Yep. Cool. So my prediction's kind of it's already kind of predicted, but I'm basically going to confirm the rumor. My prediction is confirming the rumors that there's going to be 3 different Gears of War games coming out. They're all going to be play anywhere, is kind of a prediction for that. One will be a battle royale game, because this is E3 battle royale, as we've jokingly said for the past 2 months. Everything's
I meant to do my overall one.
The one will be like the AAA major game, so basically like Gears 5, and then another one will be the strategy game, as they kind of rumored, like a Halo Wars, but Gears of War style. So my prediction is that will be confirmed that
that's not a rumor, it's real.
Yeah. Yes. So
are you gonna buy all 3?
No, I would only buy the major one. Not even a chance. I would buy the major game.
Yeah, I love Halo, but I ain't buying Halo Wars. I mean, it's probably a fine game, it's just not for me.
Yeah,
I ain't got time for that. I like it, Tony.
All right. My first prediction is that Microsoft will have a Japanese studio making exclusive for them. Like they will have a big, have a big Japanese studio making exclusive for them.
I like that.
Lost Odyssey 2.
Possible. Wasn't that the game that got canceled? Scalebound. Was that Japanese? Wait, what company was that? Platinum?
That was Ninja Theory, I think, or Ninja Theory, or no, Platinum Games.
Platinum, yeah.
Yep.
Wait, Platinum Japan? Was they Japan? What are they?
I think they're technically, yeah. I know the guy that's the head of it is, yeah.
Okay.
Platinum Games. I forget what else they make, but it's a lot of stuff. I think they make. There's a few Switch.
Yeah, they are Japanese.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that it doesn't go the route of Scalebound.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's honestly that you bring up Scalebound. That's kind of, I think, one of the big reasons why Microsoft has kind of got this the narrative that they don't have exclusives is because they canceled a bunch of games that were going to be coming out in this middle period where we're kind of having a lull, like last year, and then they actually Crackdown got delayed last year, even before it got delayed again. So, I mean, like we literally have gotten like Super Lucky's Tale, Forza Motorsport 7. State of Decay and Sea of Thieves in like the past year, basically. So
yeah.
So
Japanese
Platinum has done World of Demons. It looks like they're the ones doing
Bayonetta too. Yeah.
Yes, that's
they've done all the Bayonetta.
And the I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Nier.
Nier Automata.
Yeah.
Is that on Xbox? Is that? Is it?
Not yet.
Is it just on PS? Okay.
I think it's PS4.
Yeah.
I think it's not like it's not technically exclusive. Like I don't think they have a deal. It's just a lot of Japanese developers just avoid Xbox like the play because it just doesn't sell in Japan at all.
Yeah.
Like the install base is just so low, so it doesn't make sense to make games for it, kind of thing. So Brandon, do you want to do your overall one now? Kind of thing.
Yeah. So basically, my overall one was that there's going to be 7 total battle royale games announced.
Okay, wait. So 7 total battle royale only games, or 7 total games that have a battle royale mode? Because that's different.
Yeah, because that's different. If you go with the first one, that's bold. If you go with the second one, that's possible. I'm just gonna put it.
I'll go with the bold one and say only then.
7 only. I can see that. They might not be announced on like the big stages, but I think like. In general, we are going to see. I can see that. Yeah. I'm gonna write this down as like just a general like an extra.
Yeah, so like something like Call of Duty wouldn't count because that Blackout mode's technically a battle royale mode, but it's part of the game. So, interesting. My next
no, Brandon's got to do a second one.
Okay. So I'm gonna skip the one for now and then go to the one because it's kind of related to Steven. So basically, mine is talking about the rumor of the Gears. Mine is actually that instead of 3, there's only 2, but the secondary game has the battle royale. So like, I feel like the main title will they'll probably want to keep it like kind of true to what it's been throughout its career, I guess, or whatever, and like that, and then to kind of pull in a crowd to Gears, they'll attach the battle royale to the secondary game.
I could actually see them doing something like in the Horde mode that they have now for Gears 4, where there's like you got to build a turret, you got to build fences, and you got to I could see that in a battle royale mode, like together.
Yeah.
So kind of like a Fortnite, but with Gears Horde mode and then battle royale. I could see that being a.
All right. So now it's me, right?
Yeah, Luke made a comment.
I saw it. I'm not going to say it out loud.
Okay.
No, I'll say it. Luke's prediction for Microsoft is that they will announce a whole lot of more exclusives at E3, so they can compete with Sony. My second.
You're sexing. Good God.
I know. I'm already slurring my words. I'm only one drink in. Anyways, is that they will have a like a big focus of the conference is going to be Halo in general, and there's going to be a bunch of things. So this one's kind of like a multi-point one, so I could easily screw this one up by just having like one part wrong. So, so a Halo 6 teaser trailer will be shown, but the game will not be coming out this year. It'll be announced for 2019. Then the Master Chief Collection will get its Xbox One X enhancements by the end of the month. So there'll be kind of like and this will, I mean, it may even be a thing like they're available now because I know they're doing like a test this weekend on some of these enhancements and modes and matchmaking stuff. Because like a big thing that's been kind of going on is like when Master Chief Collection came out, it was in a terrible state. So they have been doing a lot of work to bring 4K to it, refix the matchmaking, make it actually the game it was supposed to be. I think they're gonna. They've been testing it for a while now. Like it was back in February where they kind of announced it. So I'm almost thinking they're gonna do a thing like, here's Halo 6 and blah 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 blah. Here's the trailer. It comes out in 2019. But to keep you hold over for now, here is the Master Chief Collection updates. They're out. I was gonna say like now, but I don't know if it'll be that quick because they're still kind of testing stuff. So by the end of June, it'll be out.
Okay.
Not a prediction.
Like, is that all of your points on that one, Justin?
Okay.
Yeah. Real quick, not a prediction, but a thought. I think you will not see. I think you're only going to see one of those two games. You will not see a Gears and Halo. You'll see one or the other with E3.
You think they'll save one for next year? Like they'll do one this year and then they'll do one next year?
Yeah. I feel like you can't have two things.
Yeah.
Because that is. They are the two main. This Xbox is two main.
Yes.
Exclusives, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they kind of dropped the ball last year, and maybe they know that, so maybe they doubling down. I don't know.
Yeah, their exclusive last year were Cuphead and Super Lucky's Tale, so we're definitely going to see.
Well, Save the Day, Sea of Thieves, but like.
No, I know, but I mean, like, they're two major.
The main
things they were trying to promote were.
The main thing is that. Like you said, that's like their Uncharted / Last of Us / God of War. Like those two games are their Xbox fans. That's why they have an Xbox. Is usually those two, at least one of those two franchises. And we didn't see anything from either of those last year. So you'd hope, to at least make the Xbox fans happy.
Yeah.
So are we on Steven now?
Steven.
Sure. Yeah. All right. I like this one. I really hope that this happens. So, they are Forza Horizon 4. I'm like 99% sure is going to be shown. I think that Forza Horizon 4 is going to be based in Japan, but it's going to be a combination like it was for Forza Horizon 3, where there's a lot of cities that you can go in and drift and do Tokyo Drift, but they'll also have like kind of countryside type stuff, so you can kind of do both. But this time they will have a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo on stage, all decked out, brought up on a fucking platform to announce the game. That's what they're gonna have, because Mitsubishis are Japanese. It's based in Japan.
So you think they're gonna push like the tuner culture, kind of?
Yeah.
Instead of like the sports car, kind of like their super cars or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah, usually with when they do Forza Motorsports, they have like a super fucking fancy racing car, whereas this time they're gonna push.
If they push like a Subaru up there, that you've lost this prediction.
Yeah, I know. No, it's gonna be a Mitsubishi Lancer.
He's gonna be watching the Xbox conference and like, come on, give me that Mitsubishi,
right?
Ah, crap,
right? Yeah. So I'm really actually hoping for that to be true.
Tokyo would be like, just even Tokyo as part of the map would be cool, especially at night because this is the first Forza that's gonna be built from the ground up for the X. I mean, Forza Horizon 3 got the update, but this is being built with the Xbox One X in mind, like the whole time. So, Tony, next one.
All right, my next prediction.
God, y'all are messed up.
Yeah,
I need some water.
Man, I need some milk.
He needs some milk.
My next prediction is Microsoft will strike a deal with EA and get exclusive Anthem DLC. They haven't done that, right? That has not been mentioned, right? Okay, I thought myself like, oh shit, has that been?
Yeah.
Since they know Destiny, PS4, PlayStation gets like the exclusive stuff with Destiny. I'm sure Microsoft will try to snag exclusive DLC with
Yeah.
Anthem.
That'd be a pretty good like FU to Bungie actually
Yeah.
for like leaving.
Did last year when they were showing the Anthem stuff, do we know what it was
It
played on?
was
an X.
it was on that. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, 'cause
what
they
was
showed
it?
Yeah, they made a
Yeah,
they
they
made
showed
a
it at
point to be
Microsoft.
like, yeah,
Right,
because like
okay,
this
that's-
conference was before Microsoft's, and they like showed that like little teaser, and then like more at the Xbox conference, and then obviously Xbox ended that, and I was like, this is on Xbox One X, like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Okay,
look how good it looks.
I like it.
Brandon, your final normal prediction.
Okay, so this is kind of already, I think, rumored, but I feel like it works with like how Xbox is trying to like, be a full-on entertainment like system or like company, I guess I should say. And basically, they're going to announce a new console-free streaming service. So kind of
what?
in kind of like PlayStation View.
Like
Oh,
You mean for
okay,
gaming or for TV?
okay.
Like
So
no,
TV.
for like TV, yeah.
Okay.
So it's gonna be called
Okay.
Microsoft Window,
View.
not Windows, just Window. And it's just gonna be a fucking box. That's all
Microsoft
that's all-
Window. Yeah, they'll take out the square.
Yeah, they're gonna take out the 4 squares, and it's just gonna be one big square.
Yeah, I think the rumor is actually a streaming service for games, but so I kind of made it a little
Swept it up.
bolder. But
I got it.
Okay.
I like it. So my last one is that Rocksteady, the developer behind the Arkham games, will show up on Microsoft stage to show off their next game, and it will be comics property, but it will not be Batman or Superman. Because the rumor right now is it's going to be a Superman game.
yeah,
I don't want to be specific, but it's going to be still a DC game. It just won't be those two characters.
Interesting prediction, Justin. Yeah.
I'm guessing you're thinking they'll show up somewhere else.
Who knows? We'll see.
yeah.
I was going to say it's going to be a Nightwing game because that could
No.
adapt
No.
the fighting thing. But
Yeah.
the thing is, Nightwing was already kind of in Arkham Knight, so it's kind of like, you
If-
know.
So you're
I think
saying
if
that
they
it'll be a comic book person character
Yeah.
that's not
does-
Batman or Superman.
Yeah, it's not going to be a Batman game or a Superman game. It could be a Justice League game. It could be a Titans game. It could be
Okay.
a Flash game. It could be
But like
Green
it
Lantern.
won't be a new Arkham game or like a Man of Steel game.
yeah, it won't be. Yeah, exactly. Because the
It's gonna
rumor
be,
is kind of going that it's Superman, but that's kind of murky at best. I don't think it's just going to be Superman. I think at the very least it'll be if
Yeah.
Superman's in it, it'll be Justice League, but it won't. I just couldn't really settle on who I thought it would be, so I just don't think it'll be just a straight up Batman or Superman game.
It'd be really cool. This is probably a long shot, but if it was like Constantine or something.
Something crazy, like, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, because the thing is, the way I look at it is that
Swamp Thing.
Sony's got Spider-Man, so why? If I'm DC, I might be like, oh, okay, or like Rock, and be like, we'll show off on the Microsoft stage to be like the opposite. Like that's kind of where I came up. Why they'd be at Microsoft. Plus, Microsoft needs stuff.
Needs
like
something.
So,
Yeah.
So it'll be the tarantula.
Harley Quinn. Well, the thing is, there was a rumor that they were making a Suicide Squad game at one point, but I think, or maybe it wasn't them. It was someone was making a Suicide Squad game. So I was like, oh, Suicide Squad, but.
Mm.
But
All
that
right,
would be-
my turn.
yeah. Yep.
So this one is more kind of E3 the conference prediction as opposed to like a game prediction. So basically, my prediction is that Xbox is going to start off the conference with showing a Game Pass trailer and then showing all the games for Game Pass. So like all the games that have come out for Game Pass, like Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, like that's going to be their intro trailer, and then Phil's going to come out on the stage. I feel like that's how it will start.
Cool.
So
Hmm.
I figured I'd go for one that's like not, couldn't pull a rumor from anywhere. So I figured I would just go like actual conference.
Yeah, actually, I think Game Pass is going to be a main thing. Like, they're literally going to be like anything that's like exclusive, like, first on Game Pass kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
'cause I think that they're really trying to drive that Game Pass is like, hey, everyone says we don't have exclusives, but we actually have some exclusives, and you can have them for $10 a month. Like,
Mhm.
Oh, they'll definitely push that.
Oh,
if,
yeah.
Like if we get a Gears and a Halo, like
Mhm.
can play the new Gears game for $10 a month. Like here you go.
right. Tony, your third and final. Well, before the
Damn it.
pool, of course.
Damn, I just had a great business idea in my head. Well, anyway, I get to
Save that for post production so we
Yeah,
can.
not for us. I mean, for Microsoft. God,
We'll sell it to Microsoft.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, my last prediction, my last known one, it's very normal. It's permanent price drop on the X. So I said 50 to $100. I mean, drop it by 50 or to $100. So it'd either be how much is it? 500 now?
$4.99, yeah.
So the sale that's going on now, you're
450
saying will stay?
Yeah, like a permanent either.
Okay.
Wait, what's the how much is it now? Is it 50? Is it $50
It's 50 off now.
Yeah, it's $4.49.
I'm saying, yeah, so either 450 or 400 to match the Pro.
Because Sony basically was like, oh, you're gonna do a sale for $50 off. Oh yeah, so same here. We're doing ours is $349 now until the 18th. I'm like, motherfuckers, I don't got money for a PS4 Pro right now.
Sony just wants to make sure that their first digit is one less than the Xbox.
Yeah,
That's all they want to do.
So,
All right.
I like it. It's totally possible because they've done that before. Like, hey, we're doing this price drop. And then at the end of it, they like let it go away for like a week, and they're like, "We're gonna make that permanent because it went so well." All right, Brandon, your bold prediction.
All right, so let's see. Microsoft will announce 5 new IPs.
How many?
5.
5 new IPs.
And it doesn't. Are you saying it doesn't matter the quality, not quality, but like are these 5 AAA or like these are like kind of here's an indie, here's a AAA,
Okay, we'll say.
No, are you saying like?
You don't have to, I mean, no. I mean, I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying you have to.
This is not including like anything, like sequels or anything like that. It's just completely original IPs.
Okay.
I like it.
So it could be an indie game, could be a AAA game,
Yeah.
could be okay. I like it. That's a lot. I feel like I made a prediction like that last year, and it.
I think I did too. So I figured, and then after the conference, I was like, "Well, that went to hell." So I figured this is a pretty good bold.
Hopefully, it'll happen.
Wait, was there any? Was there any new IP at all?
Super Lucky Tail.
Super Lucky Tail.
Okay.
I love when we talk about that. Like that game actually.
Right, like
matters.
we've never played that game. Never.
It was like it was literally the sole Xbox One X launch title. It was correct. Now got delayed. So hey. Pick up Super Lucky's Tale with your Xbox One X. You show off that 4K cartoon action.
Well, they had Forza. They had Motorsports.
Yeah, but that came out a few months before. But yeah. All right. So my bold thing is actually, it's probably not super bold, but it's pretty bold because I feel like it's kind of a trend that's not super going well. But back when they revealed when it was called the Project Scorpio, they kind of like there was a comment in there about like, oh yeah, we can run VR on this. So I think this is the year where they announced that there will be VR support for the Xbox One X. And more specifically, I think it won't be like they will have their own headset. It'll support maybe like Oculus or the Vive or something like that. One of the existing headsets that are already out there, maybe both for all that matter, but there'll be some type of VR support announced X because it's like, we know it was something they were thinking about at least back when they revealed it. So I kind of feel like maybe it's time for them to do that. They're going to do it.
Didn't Mahjong come out and do like a VR thing with the Xbox for Minecraft?
They did the HoloLens, the AR thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about VR because I know when they did the reveal, they had the guy, the Todd Howard, his name, the guy behind the Fallout series and the Elder Scrolls series, and he was saying like, oh, we've gotten Fallout running in VR on Xbox One X, and everyone's like, oh, but nothing's ever become of that. And I feel like there's something to that. I feel like that was just a little tease, but I mean, it's the one thing that the PS4 has right now that Xbox doesn't, other than really good exclusives. But yeah,
you mean any exclusives?
So that is my thing. Is my bold prediction is that VR support announced.
It's got to come eventually, so might as well be this year, right?
Yeah.
You would think, unless they're just completely skipping it, but
right.
I don't know.
So my bold prediction is very similar to Brandon's, except for I was more specific. I said that there will be 2 brand new AAA IPs that they announce. Okay. So like big games like Halo and Gears of War, but 2 of them this year.
And they'll be exclusive to Microsoft?
Yes, they'll be exclusive. Yeah, they'll be like first, maybe not. Yeah, they'll. You know what? They'll be first party
Exclusive.
AAA games.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So things that are not announced. So like if Fable got announced, that would count, kind of thing. Oh wait, you're saying new IPs?
Oh, new IPs.
Brand new. Okay, I got
Brand
you.
brand new games we've never heard of before. Will be announced.
Cool.
That's a big. I feel like that's a big bold prediction for
That is
Microsoft.
pretty cool.
I'm hoping high. I'm riding high. The Capitol, I'm riding high.
Tony, final prediction.
All right. Actually, now that I think about this, hopefully I didn't get I don't have my information fucked up. So this is actually pretty bold. So I know I'm gonna give a little background first. I'm pretty sure I know Rare doesn't have the rights to this game because I know it's not in the Rare collection. I'm gonna say Microsoft and Nintendo are both gonna put GoldenEye on their consoles, and it will be crossplay between Microsoft, Xbox. I'm not talking about. I think there is a GoldenEye. There's some remake with I'm talking GoldenEye 64 with multiplayer with online multiplayer, and it will be crossplay between Nintendo and Xbox. Only thing I don't know, I know that's not gonna happen because I don't know who has the rights because Rare doesn't have the rights to use that game because Rare made it. Rare developed it, right?
Yeah, Rare
wasn't it Rare?
Game.
It's actually Sean Connery that has the rights.
Sean Connery. Yeah.
Actually did. Even though he's not even the one in GoldenEye.
I know.
Wait, Steve, you are joking, right? Well, you are joking, right, Steve? Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
I Google searched that shit, and Sean Connery does own the rights.
Yeah, it was developed by Rare. It was developed by Rare.
Because then afterwards,
developed by Rare.
Dark.
Yeah.
I don't think they had rights to.
But then it's okay. So developers are Rare, and then Ultimate play the game.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, so because I don't think Nintendo's ever put that game on any of their older systems. Like that game's never been.
I'm thinking because of the license. Yeah. I'm guessing they can't.
I get the movie license of it.
Yeah.
If they looked at that would be. I mean, it'd be probably shitty to play it. It would probably look shitty.
Not too long ago, I actually tried the 64 version. I'm like, how did I ever play this? Like, how did I ever deal with this? This is terrible.
So apparently Activision owns the James Bond license.
Because they're the ones that put out that remake. That's right. Yep. They definitely could do it. Activision just let it happen. Jeez, what does Activision own? All the good childhood games, Crash Bandicoot.
Right?
Yeah, Red Road and everything.
You know what? I thought don't include this in my scoring. This is just a side.
I was like, your I can throw
stuff out. I would say they'll make it a Game Pass exclusive.
Ooh.
Okay.
Bam.
I like it. Bold.
So that is our Xbox predictions. So now, just to kind of wrap it up, what do you think overall Microsoft has to do? I'm going to go last, but because I actually have probably a different opinion than you guys, and then it might take me a while. Yeah. But anyways, so what do you think Microsoft has to do and what they have to avoid in order to have a successful conference, basically?
I'm not. This is not because I'm a Sony guy. I'm pretty sure they're gonna kind of stick to what Sony's been doing. It's like we're about the gamers, man. It's all about the games. It's about that. Hey, we got these exclusives coming. Just reassure the fan base that hey, we haven't forgot about you guys. We know you guys care about exclusives. We know you guys care about that kind of stuff. We're focusing on those, but we're also focusing on our third party stuff. So I think they're gonna be just very games focused.
Yeah, I agree with Tony. I think they need to be games. I have a feeling there's going to be some type of hardware, software type big deal that they'll make, but I feel like they need to focus on the games.
So mine is they need to have games on games on games. but not a ton of indie games. I like Xbox ID or whatever it's called, but I don't want to see that. I don't want to see anything about that. I just want to see games. I said for them to be successful in my eyes, they need to have at least 3 AAA games. So it could be Gears, it could be Halo, it could be Fable, it could be whatever, but at least one new IP, AAA IP game.
Yeah, they need a new game that you can like sink into, you know.
They need a Gears. They need a Xbox 360 Gears. They need an Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yes, they need a new Gears of War or a new Halo.
What they need is an Uncharted, like
Yeah.
a third person. Like they had Tomb Raider, but it wasn't exclusive. That was the problem. Like
They should an Uncharted or a God of War or
Right.
or Horizon Zero
Or
Dawn.
Detroit,
Let's
you
just
know,
name all the
hey, you know,
PlayStation exclusives.
Horizon, hey,
They're going to come out with a game called God of Thunder.
they need
God of
God of
Peace.
Water. Moana, the game. That's what they need.
I would buy the shit out of that.
Actually, yeah, go ahead. Because mine's
can I
gonna
ask you
be
a question real quick? Okay, let me ask you because I know we're running long anyway. We're gonna run long, whatever.
we're gonna go. So,
This is just kind of with the whole thing of like, and I'm jumping ahead. Like with Sony saying like the PS4's end of life is like what next 2020? Wait, what is it? Next year, 2020?
they said that it's entering the end of its cycle, but they're good, and they won't be looking ahead till March of 2021 to the life past PlayStation 4. Now, whether that means March 2021 is when they're aiming to have the PS5 out, or that's when they're going to start talking about it, we don't really know. It was kind of a investor call, so we really don't know exactly what that means. But
so do you guys feel if this generation, like, and granted, the X is more powerful than the PS4, the Pro.
Mhm.
Are you guys happy? Like, if the console, if it stayed where it is now for a little bit longer, would you guys be happy? Like, are you guys, any of you craving a new console?
No.
Well, seeing as all three of us have an X, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm fine for at least a couple more years. The only thing I don't like about the X, and it's not really that I don't like about the X, just the situation, is that everything has to work
both ways
backwards. Like, so basically, like, games aren't getting the most power out of the X as they can, and that's the only reason why I'm not really craving one, because I really don't want to spend another. I just spent $500 on an X, last November. I'm not in any hurry to spend another $500-$400 on the next thing. So,
well,
but at the same time, I'm when that crap, So, but
yeah, I'm talking like in the next like 3-ish years. Like, I'm fine because I'm like, I know the Pro's not as powerful as the X, but like you were saying, like how like Microsoft has to make sure the original one games can still play on that. So like I feel like all the games will be parallel, like level, what's the word? Parity with each other on both systems.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
so, and I feel like this generation, unlike the last generation, I feel like we're now just like getting like really good exclusive and really good like quote unquote next gen games from all the systems. I feel like at the beginning, it took a long time for the Xbox and PS4 to kind of get going. So,
for developers to kind of unlock the power of both machines. Yeah.
Unlock the power of the X.
So
I'm not like craving new. I'm not like at that point where I'm like, man, I wish we had better graphics right now.
Right. Like, I mean, how much better can they really get without like?
Right. And actually, the head of Mojo, you gotta pick a different toy, or I'm gonna beat you live on camera. Yeah, the head of Ubisoft, I think it's Yves something. I don't remember how to pronounce his name, but he even said that
Yves Levesque, I think his name is.
He said the next generation he thought was going to be the last. Like, basically, when the next consoles come out, that's going to be it. Basically, and that from then, and he felt like there was going to be more streaming. Like, streaming was going to become a more thing. Now, granted, he could be just kind of pie in the sky ideas, but I could definitely see, like, I feel like graphically, like, games are pretty photorealistic. Like, not to call out my dad, but my dad shares videos from like racing games sometimes that he thinks is real cars racing. Like, because people in the camera, like, it looks photorealistic. Like, I can't blame him. I mean, because obviously, he doesn't play games like I do, so he doesn't know, like, oh, that's Forza Horizon or that's Forza Motorsport 7. So, like, but he shares his video, like, man, isn't that crazy? I'm like, that's a video game. He's like, how do you know? I'm like, because I have eyes, So, like, but like, no, like, because I play video games, I know what game this is. So, but my feeling for this is that, so based on perception and probably money that's going to be made, for all intents and purposes, PlayStation has won this generation. So as much as I'd love to see Xbox come out and be like, tons of games are coming out for the Xbox One, I almost kind of like took a step back this week and I was kind of thinking about, I was like, What if, okay, so we know Crackdown will probably come out this gen still. Halo 6 will probably be this generation. The next Gears, most likely this generation. I said Crackdown, right? We'll probably get 2 or 3 more Forza games. So we know that this generation is probably going to be over. And like also the other thing is I would assume Microsoft's going to want to get out ahead of PS4 or PS5, excuse me. So, because I mean, you would think probably at the soonest we'll see the next Xbox at the end of 2020 or sometime in 2021 if we're assuming PS5 comes out sometime in 2021. So that being said, they've been really pushing services, Game Pass, backwards compatibility, improvements to their UI and all that stuff like that. Like, part of me is almost like, okay, there's rumors of Fable, and there's rumors that they might be making the next Perfect Dark. There's rumors that, they opened a new studio in Santa Monica to make a quadruple A game, which by definition is games that likely would get like a 9 or 10 from like review scores or like a 90 Metacritic score. So I'm wondering if all of what they're doing right now is just testing for the next gen, and that they're not going to be able to change the narrative, because all that's what's going to happen is if they release a bunch of stuff, it's not going to be, oh, they don't have exclusives. It's going to be, oh, they don't have good exclusives. That's just the way the narrative is right now. So
it's going to be
compared
to God of War, or it's going to be compared to Horizon, or
PlayStation. There's just no comparison. The exclusives for PlayStation are just phenomenal. Spider-Man's going to be another great one. Last of Us 2 is obviously going to be a 9 or 10 game. It's going to be an easily one of those. Same thing and Spider-Man. I don't think it'll get much lower than that. I mean, who knows? It could screw it up, I guess, but it's going to be a good game regardless. But so I'm almost wondering if, if they're, because the one other thing that's different between Xbox and PlayStation is Xbox has made it very clear that going forward, that when you get the next Xbox, every game you own on your Xbox One X, they want to work on the next Xbox. That's not necessarily true for PlayStation. We don't know what their backwards compatibility, or I guess right now it'd be forward compatibility plans are. So I really feel like Xbox is really trying to work on these services so that they can, when they launch the next Xbox, they'll be like, hey, okay, so we're going to have the next Fable, we're going to have this, we're going to have this. They're going to try and, I almost wonder if they're going to try and solve that exclusive problem next gen, because we're only 2-3 years at most away from the next gen, if we're going by what Sony said, because I'm assuming Microsoft's in the same boat. So, but if we go by that, and then like the launch with Game Pass, oh, hey, you don't have to buy all of our exclusive launch games, just pay $10 a month, and guess what? You'll have all our exclusives. We're launching with Fable and Forza Horizon 5 and this game and this, and at that point, Xbox becomes a very desirable, a little bit more desirable for someone that's not sure which way they want to go. So that's what I'm wondering if, I don't know if that's necessarily what they're doing, but if you look at everything they've been doing lately, it almost kind of seems like, they're really kind of getting all this other, these chess pieces set up to go forward almost, it seems.
So I agree with everything you said.
Oh,
but what was your point of what would make them successful?
Well, I'm almost wondering if they're just going to kind of just use this generation as like a test bed. So this conference, I could see this being here's Crackdown, here's Halo. I mean, to be successful, I think they should show what they need to do is show everything that's going to be coming out before the next Xbox. I think they need to just lay every card on the table, kind of like what PlayStation did last gen. And if that's not a ton of stuff, that's fine. Just invest a little bit more in the third party, get those Anthem exclusives, get, maybe some stuff. Because there was rumors that they were thinking about buying EA and Valve and a bunch of other companies. Yeah. None of that's happened. That could just been hearsay or whatever. Maybe that was something they toyed with, but it wasn't something that they actually were going to do. But instead of buying them, just kind of make deals with them. Okay, so we're going to get, exclusive stuff for Anthem, and we're gonna get exclusive stuff for Battlefield, and we're gonna get exclusive stuff for this, the next Watch Dogs or whatever game it ends up being. Maybe they should leverage more of that type of stuff instead of and just start preparing for ever going to catch up to PlayStation. It's just right now PlayStation has probably here's the thing, I'm thinking about getting a PlayStation when Spider-Man comes out, and I'm already oh man, I already have a list of 10 games that are exclusive to PlayStation that I want to play, So it's kind of one of those things where it's if I was the other way around, Xbox, I don't really know what I would want to get day one that's only on Xbox. Maybe I don't know. There's Halo back in the day was great, but Halo 5 I just didn't really enjoy. Granted, I played it, so maybe I would want to play it now, but I don't know. That's what I'm just saying. I'm wondering if everyone, I think, is kind of expecting exclusives, tons of them. And I'm just wondering if that's not actually going to happen because maybe they're already kind of like, we're going to give our games more time because look at Scalebound, it got canceled. Look at Fable Legends, it got canceled because they kind of rushed to get it done and then it failed. So that's basically, so I think to answer the question the longest way possible, I would say like they need to lay out every single card that they have right now for the Xbox One X or Xbox One X family kind of systems. Like shows everything. Don't hold back. If it's something, it's like, unless it's coming on the next console, show us it.
I like it.
Yeah.
So that's that. And I'm out of liquid, and now my mouth is dry from talking so much.
Just pass out.
Right.
Just fucking pass out. So yeah,
So-
everyone gave their summary and everything, right? Yeah. Okay. I didn't
It's
I didn't
almost
say
been an
console.
hour. It's almost been an hour for one.
Yeah, we're good. Although I'm assuming, okay, we'll see. So PlayStation, let's get right to PlayStation. So Brandon, let's start with you. First prediction for the PlayStation. PlayStation.
All right, so I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Spider-Man is the next like exclusive to come out for PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
So they're probably gonna want to do like all hands on deck for that to get it hyped a little more. So I'm thinking they'll probably show another trailer with like at least 3 more villains shown in it, and I feel like I have a feeling like Doc Ock might be one of them. To where
Not be, like I feel like you can't not have Doc Ock as a villain.
yeah, well, I feel like he'll probably be a minor character in this, but I feel like they could kind of use him for the next one, and they could build on that, like as a minor character in this game. So
interesting. I like it. God, I cannot wait for that game. That game is probably like Anthem, and then I would have to look at the list, but that game.
Well, if you wait, because we're supposed to talk about what games we're looking forward to the most.
Yeah, I don't. It's tough. There's a lot of thing is like now that we know what like the Destiny DLC is, I'm like, oh, that looks so like that's gonna make Destiny feel like a whole new game. Like,
yeah.
So that's almost like that's like the game we were waiting for. I mean, not that Destiny 2 is terrible by any means; it's a great game, but like this looks like it's like okay, we're finally moving up from Destiny 1 now at this point. Like they're not fixing stuff.
Yeah.
So next up would be me.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so a brand new Crash Bandicoot game is shown, and it is a timed exclusive. They did the collection last year, or I think it maybe came out this year. I don't remember when it actually came out, but they announced it last year, I believe. And I think that they will. That probably went super well for them because I don't know. I played a little bit at a Best Buy. It was like a demo station, and that game was great. That game was a really cool. Like they did a real good job, like keeping the game intact but remaking it. I think that they're gonna evolve on that and make another, but brand new game basically.
It'll be for other platforms.
It will be, but I think it's gonna come out first for PlayStation. Like it'll be first on PlayStation and maybe like I don't know, a few
Like
months
Tomb
later.
Raider.
Wait, was the collection for multi-platform?
It is, but it's not coming out till I think this fall. I believe it's coming out on Xbox and Switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which it actually, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it for Xbox, but then I was like, oh, maybe I'll get it for Switch. That'd be kind of a good game to have for Switch.
Yeah. Switch has made decisions real tough for me.
I know
nowadays.
because it's like, oh, I can have it on the go too. So and like I don't really use my Switch a whole ton, so it's like, that'd be a good game to get for that. Steven?
So mine is again not really about games, but more about the conference itself, and it kind of goes off of what Brandon said. But I think that Sony they like to start off with a bang, and they like to end with like a super bang. So I think that they're going to start off the show with Spider-Man. Like that's going to be their very first thing. Is going to be Spider-Man hype. Sony, this is the next thing that you want coming out.
That makes sense. That actually makes a ton of sense because, like you said, it's like it's the game that of. So basically, I don't know if you guys saw this, but like a month ago in the PlayStation blog, they said that they were going to feature four first-party games is all they were basically planning to show. Now, whether they were, holding some stuff back or not, but it was going to be Spider-Man, Death Stranding, Last of Us 2, and Death of Tsushima. And of all those games, the one we know the most about is Spider-Man. So it makes sense to open the conference. We've already seen gameplay demo last year at E3, and we've seen more at PSX, and we know a lot about that game already. So it makes sense to be like, okay, here's a little bit more. Like, new, like Brandon said, a new villain or a new, maybe even a new costume they'll show off too, and whatever.
Yeah.
I like it. I almost did something like that, but I'm glad I didn't.
Tony?
Mine is, I think Sony's going to start, they're going to announce that they're going to start including PS1 and PS2 games in the PS Plus free games a month every month.
Ooh.
So like, I think they don't do PS3. I think they still do PS3 games.
Yeah,
I don't think they do. I don't think they do Vita games anymore.
Yeah, I
so
don't think they do Vita.
replace them, I say they start putting one PS1, one PS2 game in there a month.
What would be the first PS1 game you get, Tony, if it was there?
Parappa the Rappa.
No, I'm saying like I won't be able to pick. I won't be able to pick it. It's like like this is the games with gold or the
I
All right,
think
well,
there's
free
what
game
one
of
game
the
game
would
would
you
you
want?
hope would be on
What
there?
game would you hope to be first? Yeah.
Oh my god!
NASCAR '98.
You know what? I'll say Ape Escape.
Ape Escape? Okay.
Ape Escape.
I don't know if I ever finished that game.
What I love is that my wife is in the background playing Fortnite while I'm doing this. Is pretty great. Gaming. Next up is Brandon.
Oh yeah. Okay. So following Spider-Man, I'm gonna say that we get a full gameplay and cinematic reveal for Death Stranding.
Ooh, that's not gonna happen.
I would just confirmation what the hell that game is. Every time I see a trailer, I'm like, I think I gotta
honestly,
figure it out. And I'm
I
like,
wouldn't
nope.
mind that, but yeah, this is my predictions. But
Like,
yeah,
There's a baby in Norman Reedus. I just want to know why. Why
Norman
is there a
Reedus
baby
is
in
the
Norman Reedus?
baby. You know, kidding.
like how
Well-
much is Kashima tripping balls making this game?
Right?
All right. So, okay. So I'm up next, right? Yeah. So I think so. They've already kind of. I mean, this isn't super bold. I was gonna make it my bold prediction, but then I realized it's not really that bold because they've already kind of said this is what they were doing. So, like I said, those 4 games they said were going to be the only first party games to show, and I don't think that they're holding anything back. I don't think we will see any new first party AAA game from Sony at all at this conference. It'll just be Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, and Last of Us 2. They will be the only first party games they show. They've already kind of gave a new trailer for Days Gone and a release date, so they don't need to show that at all. We already know when that's coming. And the only other game would be Dreams from Media Molecule, which is never.
But nobody
cares.
cares.
Yeah, no one cares. Never coming out. So,
So-
that'll be a PS5 launch title.
So you're saying that your prediction is there's not going to be any new AAA games announced this year, right? Like nothing other than what we already know.
There's nothing we don't know about.
So this
Yeah,
might
it'll be
ruin this might ruin some other people's predictions. Maybe does that include DLC for
No,
existing?
No, yeah, because I expect some God of War DLC, even though Corey Balrog said or Barlog or whatever the hell. Yeah, the God of War, the head of the Sony Santa Monica God of War studio. He had said that they weren't really wanting to do DLC, but I could see with it being so successful that they would maybe do it. I don't. So maybe not DLC. Just basically, there will be no new. Like you won't see the next Horizon, for instance. You won't see the next game from Naughty Dog after Last of Us. Like
Gotcha.
It'll literally just be those 4 games.
I thought you meant like they're not gonna announce like a new, never made like a brand new IP. That's what I thought that's what you meant.
There will be literally. Let me put it like this. So they said those 4 games. Those will be the only first party games shown. Is Death of Tsushima from Sucker Punch, Last of Us 2, Spider-Man, and the other one, Death Stranding. Those will be the only first party games shown.
I can tell you that your prediction's gonna be wrong already.
Oh yeah,
I mean, they'll sprinkle Destiny. They'll sprinkle some Destiny stuff in there too.
but that's not first
Days
party.
Yeah, first
Days
party,
Gone.
Yeah, but see, like I said, they already gave a trailer and a release date Wednesday, so I don't think they need to show it.
Yeah, I can see that being a pre-show kind of.
Right. I'm saying just during the main show. Let me specify that. Like during that conference,
Yeah.
not like a pre-show or post.
Justin, you should get up and go give your wife a high five.
Full-
Just go give her a high five. Just do it.
Yeah.
Really.
I guess she got a victory.
Yeah.
Solo?
Yeah.
You solo victory?
Yeah.
Right now. I'm gonna make a drink. Continue.
All right, he's gonna make a drink. I guess it's mine. So I am predicting that EA is going to show a little bit of Star Wars at their conference on Saturday, but we're going to see new Star Wars Battlefront 2 DLC
At the Sony.
at the Sony thing. Yeah, we're going to see
Wait,
Star Wars.
has it been shown at some like? I can't remember. Has Battlefront stuff been shown at Sony? I can't think.
Yeah,
I think it was. I thought it was
you're
only
right.
EA last year.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah. Last year, I think they showed it only at EA, but I think that they're going to show DLC at Sony's this year.
Oh, okay.
Wait, well, are you asking if Sony had anything exclusive for Battlefront? Because they had that console. They even had that Star Wars console.
My prediction is that Battlefront 2 DLC will be shown at Sony's event.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so
they had the exclusive console.
Yeah, booty.
So hold on, Tony. Before you move on, Luke had his PlayStation prediction of Bloodborne 2 will be teased as well as a new siphon filter. Also, they're going to totally revamp
siphon filter. Is that a rumor going around?
I've heard about that stuff. I've heard that one podcast said a team. What team? God damn it! What team is not making a game? There's a team that's not making a game right now.
They're the A team.
Blue Point.
Blue Point. Yep, Blue Point.
Yeah. But they might make a siphon filter.
That'd be interesting.
At the Game Awards last, I think November, December, whenever it was, From Software, who makes Bloodborne and the Dark Souls series, did tease something. It was like something.
Yeah.
People think it's what it was, but everyone assumed it was a Bloodborne 2. So I could see that, but I could also see them doing something completely different.
What was the last time? What was the last siphon filter game?
I think it was like PS2. Maybe PlayStation 2. Maybe.
Yeah, it's been a minute. That's for sure.
All right, Tony. I think it's your.
Interesting. We heard about From Software. Maybe we'll hear about them again some point today. Is this my second? Okay, yeah, my second prediction. A new game from Rocksteady will be shown. But see, damn it, it kind of doesn't go against it. I think they'll throw a surprise game in there. New game from Rocksteady. It's a completely new IP. So I am saying non-superhero, non-licensed.
So one of us will be right, or they just won't show up at all.
Yeah, one of you is going to be right, or both of you are going to be wrong.
Yeah.
There will be points awarded for this.
Yeah.
So one of you should predict that Rocksteady won't be there.
Yeah, I feel like WB needs a non-license. I know all the they do Mad Max, the Injustice.
You know what WB needs to
Shadow
make?
Mordor. They need a new game. They need something.
WB needs to make a Pinky in the Brain game.
Pinky in the Brain. Animaniac.
For the Switch. God damn.
All right, Brandon. Your final regular prediction.
So it's entirely possible that this happens during Square Enix, but I'm gonna say because I can't think of what third parties are gonna be shown during PS4 besides I guess maybe Battlefront. But I'm gonna say that a English dubbed trailer will be shown for Kingdom Hearts.
Let me ask you another question, Brandon. What Disney?
Oh, Disney? Oh, that's actually a really good question. Because if they want to build hype, it's got to be.
Did they have an American? Did they have an American? Was it American or was it Japanese when they did Toy Story?
Everything they've done so far has been Japanese.
Wait a minute. What if they had Sora on the raft with Moana? And that
was gonna be my prediction.
That would be pretty interesting, actually. Because they still haven't I know there's more worlds to show.
Yeah, because they've announced Toy Story, Wreck-It Ralph, Monsters Inc.
The Hercules are going back to Hercules.
Yeah, Hercules, yep. Mm-hmm. But most of the stuff has been Pixar. So I was wondering would they really go for maybe Frozen or even? I would love Moana. Moana would be a cool world.
I can't see them doing Frozen. I feel like there's not enough.
Team up with Maui and Moana.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I think actually though.
Yeah.
Or an incredible world,
shapeshift and shit.
Incredibles would work really well because
that is very timely.
Movie coming out. Yeah.
Granted, that still picks.
Right.
Either way, it needs to be Haley Joel Osment that I'm hearing in the trailer.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm sorry.
He doesn't. I think he still sounds the same for the most part. He was in.
Was he in Silicon Valley? He was in Silicon Valley.
Right. I'm not asking this. In Kingdom Hearts 3, have they shown any Final Fantasy
characters?
Not really. I don't think.
No, but they are going back to. I know. I'm pretty sure they confirmed that they're going back to one of the main towns from the first two. and that's usually where the Final Fantasy characters live. I can't. I don't think it's Traverse Town. It's the other one from number 2, I think.
You think we'll see the
name of the?
You think we'll see the Final Fantasy 15 crew, Noctis and all of them? You think they'll pop up?
I don't know. I feel like they've never really expanded on those characters. They've always only had like the number 7,
Final Fantasy 7 and 8, basically.
And who is it? 8? Is that who or Leon's from?
I think it's only been 7 and 8 because when Kingdom Hearts 1 came out
from, because he's been in it. He's
Which
the
one
one
is
with
he?
the gun sword.
That's 8. That's 8.
Okay, yeah. So I think they've only ever done those 2.
You know who they need? They need Titus, and they need, what was it, Yuna from Final Fantasy X?
Oh yeah.
Blitzball.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
That actually Blitzball would be pretty cool. I mean, and then they always have Sephiroth. As like optional boss.
We have a question. We have a question in chat. The question is Kingdom Hearts 3 also PS4 exclusive? No, it is not.
No, it's not.
No.
It is coming to Xbox. That's why one of my Xbox predictions was that they would bring a remaster or whatever of 1 and 2 like they have on PlayStation currently to Xbox.
I know, and I really hope that happens, but I'm not sure.
How has Disney not made like a Kingdom? Well, maybe they haven't. I don't know. How have they not made like a Kingdom Hearts like cartoon or movie, or have they made any animated? That just seems like a kind of
because I don't think it's Disney's. It's like, I mean, they
But I
have
mean,
a partnership, but it's like I don't think it's really a property
Square
like, they
is
can work
a big
with.
piece of it too.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, I would say Square would be stupid
they
to
would
not
be
like.
working
If
on
Disney's like, hey, can we? Yeah, if Disney's like, hey, can we make a Kingdom Heart cartoon? If I was Square, oh yeah, please.
That'd be pretty awesome. But like
Wait.
at the same time, like where would you put the story? Like there's because you have all those other like side games from like the DS and the 3DS and all those random games that have like added to the story.
1.75.
Yeah, exactly. That it's like
You know,
where do you go ahead?
I would do it where like you don't use the actual Sora and like that stuff. You would just make it like this is just a world where like just somehow this world is a Disney and like Final Fantasy characters. Like you kind of make it its own. Like it's the world. Like it's stories in that wacky world or whatever.
It kind of, I don't know, it's kind of difficult because like there's like I can't remember all the story, but there's kind of reasons why all the worlds are separate and stuff like that, and like all the Keyblade. I mean, because like there's actually games that have like take place like completely aside from Sora. Like there's like they have 3 completely different Keyblade holders.
I know that collection because I was looking up it because I was like, oh, if I get a PS4, maybe I'll grab that just to get caught up. If they don't bring out an Xbox version, it supposedly has like 6 games on it. So you have 1 and 2, and there's like must be 4 other. Although I guess the one thing was like it wasn't the full games. The one of the DS games, I guess that was on there. It was just like all the cutscenes made into a movie that you could watch on the disc. So yeah, it's a very deep, complicated story. You might as well just watch it. Like.
Right.
If it almost makes sense to like I'm just gonna watch someone's probably made a YouTube summary of like
definitely. Yeah, like there's plenty of them out there, and and you
tons
kind
of time to figure it all out.
Right, you kind of need to because there's so many complicated things that have happened in like all the like the point ones and stuff like that have come out on like handhelds and stuff like that have kind of convoluted the story a little bit. So that's where you need to like figure out everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, honestly, like I wouldn't mind though if they did like after 3 comes out, if they just did like a retelling of it in movie form or something like that.
All right, Justin.
What are we on? 3?
Yeah, your third normal prediction.
See, this one was the one I was most conflicted about because I could easily see this being also a Microsoft stage. But CD Projekt Red comes out to officially unveil Cyberpunk 2020 or 2077. Trailer is shown, includes gameplay and a release time frame.
Man, that's a really good prediction.
Like a lot of people think they're just going to show a trailer and be like throw like 2019 or 2020 or something. I think they're actually going to be like they've been working on it since Witcher 3. So like I think that they were just waiting to show it till they were ready to actually put it out. Kind of thing. So I think we'll get a release date.
That's a pretty good prediction, Justin. I almost wish I had thought of myself for the third party.
Well, I hope you have a bonus one then, because that would be your bonus one would probably be a really good replacement.
Oh man!
All right. Well, mine's gonna be that there's at least a 10-minute gameplay trailer for Last of Us 2, like a full 10 minutes of gameplay, which is kind of long if you think.
Wait, yeah, I was gonna say, how long are the segments for each conference usually?
Usually like a couple of minutes. I feel like God of War when they revealed God of War, that could have been 10 minutes.
For Sony as a whole.
Oh, it's usually like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like an hour and a half, 2 hours depends. It varies, but at least for the like Nintendo, well, not Nintendo, but Xbox and PlayStation is usually like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not with Justin that there's gonna be only the 4 games. That's why I'm thinking 10 minutes isn't gonna be that long of a time.
Mm-hmm.
Come at me, bro. So, I think that Sony's conference will be an hour and a half, and 15 minutes of it will be Last of Us, because that's all they got to show. Because I honestly think people are gonna be. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. I think people are gonna be underwhelmed with PlayStation, but it's gonna be for stupid reasons. Because they've been the last 2 years they've shown a ton of shit. So
I don't know. Can you give him a break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Tony,
give.
My prediction is. They'll announce a new arcade racing game by the team that makes Gran Turismo. So Gran Turismo won't make a sim game; they'll make an arcade.
So like almost a competitor for Forza Horizon, basically arcade.
So
I would say more in like the Need for Speed and that,
even more.
I'm talking about legit like arcade. I'm talking about like that kind of arcade.
I like it.
you're talking about like Mario
racing
Kart, but on the
No, we're not talking about goddamn Mario Kart.
Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
Right.
PlayStation All Stars.
I like it. All right. All right, Brandon.
That was
Bold
originally
prediction.
one of my suggestions.
All right, so I feel like this is pretty bold considering the CEO already said this isn't going to happen. But the Sony will announce the next PS5 for 2021.
Interesting. That is pretty bold.
So you're saying just an announcement? Like they don't even give anything else?
Yeah, I mean, like
PS5.
They'll give you like a gameplay trailer for it, and then be like, "Hey, this is for," or like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
I could see them doing something like
next gen hardware.
Yeah,
like how they score. Like this is what we're working on. It's still a while out because they announced Scorpio. It was like a year and a half before it even came out. So
yeah,
I guess even just doing like a little teaser thing.
Yeah,
it's still bold though. Like it's still because they already said like we're not talking about it for a while, but.
All right, Justin.
Okay, this is my
It's
one.
Stupid.
That's like,
you're wrong.
I feel like somebody could actually take my bold.
It's definitely wrong. SOCOM returns as a battle royal squad game. Boom.
Okay.
Book it.
So squad only. You can't do solo.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's not a solo battle royale game. It's like a 4-player squad It's more tactical approach to battle royale, but it's SOCOM.
Okay.
Was SOCOM always only 4-player? I thought it was 6 for some reason.
It may be more, but I'm just saying it won't be like. I mean, there might be a sequel.
Yeah.
It's gonna. But I'm saying SOCOM will come back and it'll be Sony's battle royale game
Man, I can't remember the last time I played a SOCOM game.
because it's been a while.
Yeah.
All right. So my bold prediction is there's going to be a new VR game, like a full VR game that's announced that is basically associated with another major game. So like God of War or Horizon, like one of their big first party games is going to have a full VR game be announced. I feel like they've only done like the small Star Wars game, like the small few like add-on games
stuff. Yeah.
But I think they're gonna have a brand new full VR game.
That's first party.
That's first party, yeah, a first party game.
I like it. It's bold, but I like it.
Yeah.
It's bold like A1.
I actually don't like A1 bold. I don't like
A1.
Yeah.
I plain.
Yeah. Never mind.
All right, Tony.
Let's not have a conversation about steak sauce.
Steak conversation.
Welcome
Welcome to Steakcast, where we discuss A1 sauce. Let's go.
The A4 sauce.
A4.
Oh god. All right, so this is so bold, it will never happen.
This is like checks make bold.
Sony will announce that they are allowing crossplay between Xbox and Nintendo.
Wow. Yeah,
And but here's the wrinkle. Here's the wrinkle in it that could maybe make it happen. They're only going to restrict it to certain games. So the two games I have is they're going to do it with Destiny 2 and the next Call of Duty. Granted, I didn't realize it's both Activision.
Yeah,
I think those are the two biggest multiplayer.
Yeah.
Those are the two. I would say those are the two biggest like multiplayer-ish games. So, and I feel like the only thing, and another reason I think it happened, I feel like Microsoft would not let that happen because Microsoft's first. I feel like they would want to say that first before Sony. But I feel like they'll if Sony's willing to play ball, they'll let them.
I feel like if Microsoft wants it to happen, they need to let Sony do it.
Yeah. They say, okay, well, you guys can announce it,
Right.
So
I feel like it would be a bigger deal for Sony people than it would be for Xbox, so it makes more sense for them to do it at Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
man, how crazy it would be if like Phil Spencer walks out on stage.
That is bold.
Like,
build a game out.
I feel like Phil would actually do that. Like, I don't think
like
they would ever invite him, but I feel like if he did get invited, he would actually do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think about how crazy it would be if all of a sudden you had like the president of PlayStation, all of a sudden out comes Phil Spencer, out comes the president of Nintendo, and they're like, Rocket League will have crossplay between all three versions. Like, whoa! Like everybody's like,
and then everybody's like, I forgot about Rocket League. Nobody played.
Only elite MLG people play Rocket League now.
Right?
MLG got to do the bounces and shit.
Not everybody forgot about Rocket League. Maybe we'll.
True. What's funny is a few times I've like, man, we should play Rocket League, but I'm like, yeah. So that's PlayStation, right? That's all our predictions.
Yeah, it's all the predictions that we got to do.
So what do you expect? What do you want to see? What do you think they need to do to be successful? I went last time. Mine's a lot quicker this time than Xbox, but I just think that they need to be careful not to get complacent with the lead. They've already kind of said that they're not going to show off anything new. I don't know if that's just a smoke screen, but I think, give us deep shows of Spider-Man, Last of Us, Death Stranding. Give us that. I think as long as they do that, that'll be pretty successful. But they also have to have surprises, even if it isn't first party. They have to have some new stuff that we haven't seen before. Whether I'm surprised none of you did a prediction for Devil May Cry 5 because that's been heavily rumored. But even if it's a third-party game that's exclusive to them, I think they need to kind of have some kind of surprises of some sort. Otherwise, I think people are going to be pretty underwhelmed. Yeah. Not that I would be, but I just think that that's what they need to do is they still have to have surprises. They don't have to be first party, but I think they need to, still keep the pedal to the metal because they've been doing great the last two E3s.
My prediction is very similar. I said they don't really, in order to be successful, they pretty much just need to show what they've already been showing, but they need to have at least one or two new games. That's it.
Yeah. That's basically, I think
they show one or two new games.
They need to be consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, next year's gonna be a different story, but this year I feel like they can let off the gas a little bit, just kind of show what they have, do a little bit more in depth, and then they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah. So we pretty much all agree on that then, basically.
Yep.
Yeah. So because they're not gonna be able to do what they did 2 years ago, because 2 years ago they literally showed us like everything. So
they blew
the fucking roof off. All right. So next up is, we're an hour and 13 minutes in. All right. Moving. We're halfway done. Let's do this. Yeah. All right. So Nintendo.
Switch.
Oh wait. So, Nintendo. Brandon, what is your first Nintendo?
Right, so I'm going to give Steven a little fire fuel here because I feel like he's going to have something related to this. But my first prediction is Steven will be pissed by the lack of Pokemon RPG
news. You are correct, sir. Let's give Brandon a point right now. Like that prediction.
This isn't an official prediction, but I think Steven will be happy because what I think they're going to do is they know people are not very happy that the core game isn't coming this year. I think they're going to give some type of teaser trailer for like, hey, Pokemon core, like they're going to reinforce like it's coming, guys. I know we told you it's coming, but here's like a little trailer like to show you like give you like almost like a proof of concept. And I feel like that would be something that's enough for Steven just to see like the graphics and how it looks.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm next, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Why do I keep putting my iPad over here when I need to read it? That's so fucking stupid. All right. New Animal Crossing announced for Switch and will include an online shared world component. So basically, it'll be Animal Crossing, but I think they're going to go the world kind of like, excuse me, like kind of like Minecraft or any shared game where you'll be able to go into your friend's world and help them play their game. Kind of like Dying Light, if you look at it, like almost not obviously story, because Animal Crossing really isn't a story game. It's kind of like a maintenance game, but
Yeah.
I think that there'll be some kind of online component, which is actually almost a bold prediction because Nintendo doesn't get online, so like they don't understand how that works. So that's pretty bold, actually. That should have been my bold prediction. But I think a new Animal Crossing. Everyone's been chiming for one, and we just got that mobile game, which was fine, but it wasn't Animal Crossing like we want. So Switch with Animal Crossing almost seems like perfect. So Animal Crossing, bank on it. Give me the point now.
My first prediction is that we're going to get a full roster announcement for Super Smash Brothers. Full roster, yeah. That's kind of bold, but I feel like we're going to get a full roster announcement.
That's pretty bold.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Before I ask this, does anyone have any other Smash Brothers related predictions?
I do.
I do.
Well, I'll wait till later.
Okay.
Tony.
Tony.
My first one's a new Pikmin game will be announced for Switch.
Ooh. See, this is the thing about Nintendo. Like they have
they
so
keep
many properties that they could literally just be like, "We're making this," and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god!" Like, so new Pikmin game. I like it. God, I'm gonna be so broke.
They're like, "Oh, you thought we were sleeping?" Huh?
Don't let your wife hear you. You should be behind you.
She's got headphones on. She can't hear me. Oh wait, she's smiling now. She can hear me.
She's smiling at you. She hears you.
She can hear me.
She heard you.
Hey, I got 2 more. I got 3 jobs right now, so I'm okay. I got one. Okay. I got almost $100 in the bank. Don't rob me. Brandon.
Okay, I'll just do my Super Smash Brothers one. I guess so it'll be the largest roster they've ever had because they're adding a battle royale mode.
So it's like a 2-dimensional battle royale mode.
Christ.
So
Okay,
they have to have 100 characters.
I could have asked my question before because that was nothing to
I mean,
do with
okay, you don't. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100 characters. Like maybe like 50.
That's the one thing I think people don't understand is like battle royale is not necessarily have to be 100 people. It can be less.
Right.
It's just kind of like surviving.
Not.
Like, isn't
No,
that
I mean,
actually the specific number? Isn't the specific number the reason why PUBG
That's
is
the reason why,
suing
yes.
Fortnite?
Because it was a battle royale for 100 people. Yeah, and the
That
boss.
and then the skydiving in is like
Right.
the other part. Yep. So before we move on, Smash Brothers. So none of us have any more predictions for Smash Brothers,
Tony-
correct?
Mine is
does.
not in Mine is not in Nintendo's.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
Ooh.
but does it revolve around a character? Here, let's just put it this way.
Yeah. Yes.
If you could have
Actually, I can say I can have more for my third part. I have more than 3, so I can say it for you.
so do that.
So this is an extra. This is
a
an extra
bonus.
Nintendo
Doesn't
one.
count.
Yeah, bonus one. Ubisoft will announce a new game like they did with Mario plus Rabbids, and they also announced Sam Fisher is a character in Smash.
Ooh, I like it.
okay.
Okay, so if you could have any one character in Smash Brothers, what would it be?
Batman.
Squirtle.
That's not the real answer. That's not the real answer.
Batman.
Y'all go while I think of that.
I don't.
Or conversely, who are you expecting in this roster that's new?
That's different. That's a different question.
Yeah, let's do that question instead. Like, who do you expect that they're gonna be like, hey,
The thing is,
this
I can't
character?
even remember the current roster.
Yeah. I honestly don't even remember who's been in
There's
it.
so many like DLC characters too.
Right.
I think that this is you could call it a bonus, whatever. I think that there's going to be an Xbox character in Smash Brothers.
You fucker. That's something else I was thinking.
I can see that.
See, but then I
Marcus
was thinking, I was like, would they put Marcus Phoenix in there? I was like, no way. He chainsaws the shit out of people. They're not going to
Right.
put him in Smash
I could
Brothers.
see Master Chief though, because like
Master Chief, I could see. Yes,
it's like Snake from Metal Gear Solid was in it, so you could definitely make it work. The other one I was thinking that could be in it from Microsoft was who was it?
Super Lucky.
Yeah, but that wasn't critically acclaimed enough. I feel like to matter.
A Forza car.
It's a Forza car. I was getting ready to say
The Lancer that you were talking about,
Lamborghini.
right?
Yeah. The other thing is, do you think that game's coming out this year? I feel like they're focusing so much on it that it's coming out this year. I kind of.
I'm
Yes.
Probably.
Smash will be released.
And I'm also wondering, like, is it a remake or is it an original game? Like,
that's going to be the thing. Is
I
if it's
think-
a remake, then yes, it's absolutely like if they're just adding people to the roster, kind of like Mario Kart, like kind of just upping it up, and that makes sense.
Well, let me ask you a question. What would make it a new game at that point? Because in the Switch, kind of culpable to the Wii U, like it wouldn't look that like. What will make it a new? Like what makes it a new game? Like if they put new stages and more characters, at what point is it not a new like?
I guess that makes sense.
So
they can't change the controls. The controls have been basically the same as they've been since Switch on the 64. Like,
yeah.
Nor should they change them because they're.
I mean, new
great.
game modes I could see, but I don't know if you need to rebuild the game for that.
So the current roster is actually 49 characters.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
In Pac-Man, a character.
Yeah, Pac-Man's Sonic is a character.
Wow, I know Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Who was last prediction, by the way?
It's your prediction. Your third.
It's mine. Okay.
Sorry, your second prediction.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we get there, are we ready to get there?
I mean, yeah, we could.
Yeah, if you want
We
to.
could go on all day if Brandon's listing all 49 characters.
Right.
Right.
All right. So my second one is actually kind of another one. See, the thing is, I've realized now that I'm looking at my predictions that I kind of screwed myself because literally I could get one part wrong and it's like, nope. I think a new Mario Party and a new WarioWare game will be announced, and that one comes out in 2018.
Just give me a WarioWare. That's all I need.
I know I want a WarioWare so bad, and the thing is, like with the Joy-Cons, it's almost like perfect. Just like they do the vibrating differently and stuff like that. They could definitely make a WarioWare game, but I think we'll get a new Mario Party and a new WarioWare will be announced. But in one of them, at least one of them, will come out this year.
Man, that
okay, so
that Mario
looking
prediction's pretty nice.
Yeah. So
Which
after
one?
looking at the list real quick, like there's one character that they could add that would be pretty cool and that I don't see is Bomberman.
I said
Is
that your
Shovel Knight?
Mario Party prediction was a pretty nice prediction.
Oh, did you have a similar one?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. So my second prediction is that we're going to get a new trailer for Pokemon Let's Go. We're just going to get more of what they already showed, basically.
So that we don't really get much new.
Yeah, we're just going to get.
I was gonna make a prediction. I didn't.
More
This is
hype.
not talking, but I was gonna make a prediction that they show off that they confirm that gym battles are in the game, and they were gonna show off like, oh, here's you facing off against Misty or something like.
I'll
just
even
confirm it.
I'll even add to that. Whenever they show the, do they ever show gameplay on that, like in their conferences?
Yes.
So I feel like so my prediction will be that they'll show somebody catching a Pokemon using the Switch.
Switcheroo.
remote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
All I'm
It's
thinking
me.
about is I need another job because like all these games we're talking about, I'm like,
All right, Tony, your second.
Tony.
My second one is, well, I guess is Square will release. Well, I guess Nintendo and Square will partner together, and they will release a Final Fantasy collection, collecting 1 through 6, all pre Final Fantasy, pre 3D Final Fantasies in one collection. Kind of like how they had the Mega Man collection. They'll make a Final Fantasy collection.
Damn, I love it.
Cool.
I think 6. One of those games you can't. There's no American version. Or one of them. I think 6. Our Final Fantasy 3 is 6, or our Final Fantasy 6
there's
is 3.
something weird like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So bam, there you go.
Bam, boom, boom, roasted, branded.
What is it? Oh, number 3, right? Okay. So I think a rumor has been going around for something similar to this, but I'm gonna say a new Breath of the Wild DLC will be announced. So I think the rumor is that, or more like I think a lot of people are predicting, or it's rumored that like there's actually going to be a sequel announced. But I feel like it doesn't really need a sequel, not necessarily yet. So I feel like this is just going to be like an expansion.
Yeah, the game's barely over a year old. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of games, like I'm that's one thing actually with the next gen I'm hoping that they'll do is that a lot more games are like, here's the game, you spend $60 and we're just gonna build on it from here.
Yeah.
Like Destiny 1 would have been great if it was just if Destiny 2 had just been a really big expansion for Destiny 1, I would have liked that better. Just that's something I'm hoping that that the next gen brings is like it's I guess they call it games as a service, but like just I don't need sequels. Just keep building on what you gave me. And
I feel like that was gonna be one of my things for PlayStation was God of War. Like God of War is a perfect example of what they could do with just building on that game. Yeah, just one giant like spoiler alert if you haven't played God of War, but it kind of ends you said like on a cliffhanger-ish type thing. Like not really cliffhanger, but there's like some Easter eggs at the end.
Yeah.
So you could the DLC could be those Easter eggs then expanded type thing.
Right.
Like they could just keep doing that.
Yeah, and I feel like Breath of the Wild is perfect for that because like I mean, and Tony, you probably help me out with this more. So like for the most part, the whole game is kind of like side quests for the most part.
Kind of, it is kind of one of those, like you kind of explore and run around and like you don't necessarily have to go straight and do all the story stuff in order. So, because I didn't realize you can actually go to the last boss without doing the things they say you need to do to get into the last boss. Yeah, I accidentally ended up fighting the last boss by accident. So we closed that game real quick.
All right, Justin.
Before we move on, whoever's watching on Facebook, can you just say hi? Because it just says like there's one person watching. I'm wondering if it's still my cousin or someone else. But so if you're watching on Facebook,
Josh ain't watching?
Yeah, Josh ain't watching. Josh, what?
And it's Friday. What are you doing? He ain't got nothing to do tomorrow.
Text his ass.
Text his ass.
It's me watching. I'll say it's me.
Oh, it's you? Like, hey, Steven, thanks for watching. All right.
Yeah, I've got the Facebook video. So nobody's watching. Yeah.
Whatever. I'm having it right now. Anyways, so my third prediction is this prediction is something I think I predicted last year because I just want it so freaking bad. A new Luigi Mansion is announced with a teaser trailer, but there's no date. So it's kind of like Metroid Prime last year or even the Pokemon game last year. They will reveal that they're making a Luigi's Mansion game for the Switch. And that better happen because I love Luigi's Mansion. It was one of the games that was a launch game for GameCube, and they've made a DS version. Like, I just want that game so very bad because I just loved Luigi's Mansion. It was just a game I wasn't expecting, and it was just so much fun. So give me the Switch. Give it to me.
Give it to him on the Switch.
Give it to me.
So my third prediction is that we're going to get a new Metroid Prime game for the Switch. Is going to be shown and confirmed for 2019.
Ooh, that's another good game. If you've never played Metroid Prime 1, wonderful. That game I put so much time into. I don't think my cousin's watching anymore because you're the one that's watching, but we both put a ton of time into that game. That game was spectacular. Actually, it's not a prediction, but I would love if they brought the original 3 in like a collection. I know they had one for I think it was either the Wii or the Wii U, but I hope they bring that to the Switch as well. Those 3 games in some package.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay, Tony, your third.
My third prediction is From Software will develop a game exclusively for the Switch, and it will basically be making a Bloodborne. How Sony has Bloodborne, they will make that for the Switch.
Okay.
So From Software will make an exclusive Dark Souls Bloodborne type game.
So like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay,
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's all the regular ones?
That's all the regular ones. We are on to.
Okay, I have a bonus one, and it's so good that I'm going to say it real quick.
Wait. What if it's somebody else's?
Oh, good call. Okay, I will do it afterwards. Just okay, Brandon, sorry. Go do your bold.
All right, so my bold prediction is the N64 Classic will be revealed and released the Wednesday after their E3 conference.
Jesus Christ.
So you tell me I'm going to get in a fight at Target on a Wednesday? You tell me I'm going to be getting in a fight on a Wednesday at Target?
Yeah. I haven't got any of the classic consoles yet, but that would be one I would definitely get because I had so many. As long as the games are good, you'd imagine Super Mario 64 would be one, and Zelda Ocarina of Time, or at least Jordan.
I have this motherfucker. This motherfucker right here. I don't even know N64 Classic. I got the N64.
That's true.
You the real OG.
I'm the real OG. Although I would much rather prefer, because if I wanted to buy like a Mario Party game right now, they're like $80. Like
Yeah.
wherever you go, they're like $80. But if they could get that if I could get all that on one, I would definitely buy the classic. Instantly buy the classic.
Yeah, basically, Melissa better get her ass to the store with that for Father's Day. If that was what happened.
Damn, she shook her head no.
No, she's
Shook her head no. God damn.
I know she can hear me right now, so that's why I say that out loud.
Just want to
Also,
say it so it's recorded.
I want it known.
Yeah.
By the way, my camera has just gotten like really weird all of a sudden. I just want to put that out there.
It's like really light in there.
Yeah, like I was ghostly white. All right.
Melissa about to kill your ass for trying to spend all this money.
I'll see you sneak up and just boom, stab. My bold prediction, correct?
Yes, you're
Yes.
bold.
Yep.
This is bold, but it's also something that I hope happens, even though it's probably not going to happen. Nintendo will announce a Netflix-like service that takes place of the Virtual Console, includes games from all the way from the original Nintendo to GameCube. So basically, you'll pay, say, $20, $25 a month, something like that, and you will get access to all their classic, well, not all, but whatever classic games they put on there, ranging from Nintendo to GameCube.
Okay.
Okay.
I would gladly
I like
pay for that. Like this is the one thing about the Switch that I think is just so amazing is just that it's a home console and it's portable. They have like literally Nintendo could print money.
There's so much content. Yes.
Right. There's so much they
content
can
there.
do with it.
Yeah.
They can print. They just can print money. I don't know. Just Nintendo. Sometimes I'm just like, oh man, just put me in charge
Could
for like.
you
3 months.
imagine if they put like the very first Super Mario Brothers? I guess it wasn't Super Mario, but like Mario. They put the original Mario game for $10 on the Switch, like to buy. It would just be bought.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You'd
Yeah.
just buy it. Like that.
Right.
They'd
Or
make
Super
millions
Mario
of
3
dollars.
too. Like just
Yeah,
give me
like
like
anything.
right. But that's why I'm saying like the Netflix like service. Like I will give them $20 a month to play all of those
Oh
games.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
Yeah.
that's all they need to do. Like that's all. Like
Yeah.
and it's not just me. It'd be tons of people. They would just literally
yeah.
they would have so much money they wouldn't even know what to do with if they did that.
Yeah.
That's why I predict that. I want it to happen, but it's bold because Nintendo just doesn't do that type of stuff.
Yeah, like so they have a game on it. You probably can't see it. They have like a versus Super Mario Brothers game, which is it's like a arcade version of like the original Super Mario Brothers. Right now, if you look in their bestseller games, that's number 10. That game's been out for a while now, and it's not even like the legit. It's not a legit Mario Brothers.
Right. It's like the arcade thing where you like it was you versus someone else, right?
Yeah, I think you can play it single player. I think, but yeah, like that's that game is like at number 10 in the 10th spot in the best selling games right now. So, just
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just trying to get the camera to readjust, but it's not gonna work.
All right, my bold prediction. Here's my bold prediction. You want to know why it's bold? It has nothing to do with Pokemon. It's actually what Justin had said earlier. My bold prediction is that Mario Party for the Switch will be announced for early 2019.
I'm sorry, what was it again?
Mario Party for the Switch will be announced for early 2019. But the reason that I think that's bold is because I feel like they don't want to have Smash Brothers and Mario Party be around the same time.
Mhm.
So that's why I was thinking it would be bold. So
So you think Smash is coming this year?
yes,
Man,
think
I
Smash
was
is
going to
coming.
be abducted by aliens. All right. So Tony, your bold prediction.
Ooh, this one's fun. Man, my bold ones have been very bold. So with Switch, Nintendo will announce Rocket League 2 and it will be exclusive to Switch.
Ooh, that's pretty bold. Like, because like I mean the whole like number
Course.
2 is already been kind of rumored, but like the exclusive thing that's pretty bold.
That's bold as bold.
It's a known property, and you know,
Yeah.
I think they
That
would try.
definitely goes against the
the crossplay,
Damn.
Or let's modify a little bit. Now Brandon got me thinking. It'll be an Xbox and Nintendo and Switch exclusive then.
Okay.
If Sony doesn't play ball,
Fuck you, PS or Sony.
Yeah. Like it. I like it.
All right, Justin, what was your option or your
my bonus
extra
thing.
one?
That they will announce. So there was Mario Maker back on the Wii U. I think they will announce where did it go? So this is not an official prediction. So this doesn't happen. I don't get nothing for it. Or if it does happen, I don't get nothing for it. There'll be a new Mario Kart Maker where you can build custom tracks and stuff like that. But it's going to be like the Super Nintendo style Mario Kart, because obviously Mario Maker was, that type of Mario. There might be like a 3D look to it, but it won't be like, it won't be like Mario Kart 8. It'll be a very simplified version of Mario Kart. But it'll be Mario Kart Maker, where you can build tracks, and that'll be the focus of it. Kind of like Mario Maker was, making the 2-day course, basically.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Nintendo that's the thing about Nintendo. It's like the predictions were a lot of the ones I had were like, I hope this happens, because they have so many good games and properties that they can pull from. So,
yeah.
All right. So, what does Nintendo have to do to have a successful conference, and what should they avoid, or just generally what do they need to do?
Show Pokemon.
That's
it. I mean, I'm not even like saying that because that's what I want to see. I just feel like if they show something with the core game, like they would probably win.
Mm-hmm.
This is
the easiest path to victory, because what we know about Sony, and then what we know about Xbox, like if they just do what they did last year, they'll have the best of the first party conferences easily.
Yeah. Just keep supporting the system.
Yeah. What I have down is repeat what they did last year and do not let up. Like keep the pedal to the metal. So, and if anything changed, show a better understanding of the online infrastructure, basically. So, yeah, I'm a little but
so mine was actually show Smash Brothers gameplay as being successful. And I said in general, just to show that show the other major franchises they have, like Metroid. Even, I mean, Kirby had a game come out, but like those type of franchises, they have to just show that they have games coming out and continue what they're doing. But for me personally, I need to see something regarding the core Pokemon game. I need to see.
Well,
even if it was literally just a screenshot that says Pokemon 2019, I would be
Pokemon
fine with it. Yeah, like I don't care what it is. I just want to see the Pokemon, the core Pokemon game, just something from it.
Yeah.
What is the stuff, the thing called with like the cardboard cutouts and stuff like that? What's that called?
Labo.
Okay. You think anybody's gonna like walk on stage with like Labo stuff?
They're gonna have a full fucking Transformer Labo. That's what they're gonna have. Except for they don't really have a stage. But
to be honest, you said that thing about Zelda. I could see like a Labo like Master Sword.
Shield or something.
Here's the sword. Like, you can actually use the Joy-Con as a Master Sword.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Nintendo, I think has like literally the easiest path to be the best E3 conference, and I think all they have to do is do what they did last year, which is like show everything. Just show, like, even if it's something that's not coming out till 2020, like just show it. It doesn't really matter. I feel like that's what PlayStation did 2 years ago, and that's what Microsoft needs to do as well. Is kind of just show, like, for the first party console, like that's kind of like the prototype is what Sony did 2 years ago, which is like put all the cards on the table. It's like, yeah, this isn't coming out for a few years, but get hyped.
If Nintendo can show Smash Brothers, if they can show something from the core Pokemon game, and then they can come out with a Mario Party or Luigi's Mansion or another Mario game, they will win no matter what, I feel like.
Yeah, like I said, Nintendo has an easy path to victory as far as mind share.
But it is Nintendo, they will fuck it up.
Right. Last year they didn't, though. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. I'm hoping to get a little more about their online service and virtual. I mean, I know they said virtual console is not really in the plans right now, but I'm hoping that's because they have a replacement. That's why my bold prediction was what it was. But so Nintendo, do it. Finally, it is 8:39. Let's get to Nintendo or third party. So third party prediction, Brandon. What's your first one?
All right, so the main reason why I think Kingdom Hearts will be at Sony is because Square Enix sole focus will be the new Avengers game, and they will announce it with a trailer.
Okay, so this won't be part of my prediction. I'll use my bonus one, but I had the Avengers from Crystal Dynamics gets a trailer at Square's conference and is announced for 2019. And that is a third-person hero shooter style game like Overwatch.
Okay. Okay.
Kind of bold, but I was like, yeah, I'll go with that. Like, I was trying to think like what this game could be, and at first I was like, maybe you're just like a shield agent, and then the heroes help you. But then I was like, ooh, if you did like an Overwatch style game, and you're like, oh, your Iron Man is one of the heroes, and Thor is one of the heroes, and Captain America, you could easily mix it kind of like Overwatch. So that'll be my bonus. It doesn't count, but yeah, I feel like that game has to be shown this year because if not, it's like what's going on with that game. I want to see it. Basically, is what it comes down to. All right, so I like it, but my first prediction is Beyond Good and Evil 2, which was shown off last year. We'll give it a release date in 2019. It will get an actual concrete date in 2019, whether like April, whatever 2019, and a beta will be announced for this fall. Again, I'm literally just stabbing myself in the foot because if one detail's wrong, I'm fucked. So.
Okay, I like it though.
That game was
actually
so good.
One of my bonus ones was got to be something similar.
Mm-hmm.
My turn.
Yes, sir.
I should have made this my bold one. This is EA. This is actually opposite of what Brandon said last year. EA actually has one of the best conferences thanks to Anthem. I think EA will have.
Crazy.
I know that should have been a bold prediction, but I think EA's conference, not just Anthem, but I am hopeful this year for EA.
What they need to do is one. I'm guessing what they did with Battlefront last year, they'll do with Battlefield this year, but it needs to be shorter. Because literally, I was watching that. Remember they did that like live match? Minutes that I did not need to see. It needed to be like 10 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Like I remember we were watching, because I think we were all watching kind of together. Like tomorrow, but it was kind of like, okay, you don't need to show this much of the game. Like I don't need to see a full match. And the other thing is, don't bring Pele on stage. No one gives a fuck. Like, do not bring some sports celebrity on stage and have an interview with them about something non-video game. Like, we don't care.
Tony?
Tony?
All right. One of my prediction is that there's a second BioWare team and they are working on a new Dragon Age game.
Ooh. Yeah, Inquisition. It's good.
I'm just praying that they don't pigeonhole them like how Bungie's kind of like not pigeonholed, but like they're stuck with like we gotta make this Destiny stuff. Like it's Destiny. I just don't want BioWare to get stuck with like it's just Anthem. Just worry about that. I want them to still make single player, like legit single player RPGs. So
I'm really hoping that's just a not. This isn't
the Old Republic 3.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Brandon, what's your next prediction?
No, actually, that was gonna be like something I would just throw out there if I needed to. But
right.
So no, my next prediction, God damn it, is the new Splinter Cell will be announced by Sam Fisher himself, Michael Ironside.
Ooh, fuck. That's awesome. I like it.
Yeah. So, I mean, we had EA did that for Battlefront last year with I can't remember. I would butcher her name, the actress's name, but
I know
the main chick,
Jadiva.
Battlefront, yeah,
I know you're talking about.
Wait, who?
From Battlefront, the main character Battlefront.
Yeah, Shiva.
Yeah, Shiva.
Shiva Kanini.
Yeah. All right.
My next prediction, since you stole my Avengers one, is Anthem has Xbox One exclusive content of some kind. A beta this fall. An official release date is given.
Again, you are trying to lose. What? Okay, hold on. Anthem, what?
Okay, so Anthem has Xbox One. I think Brandon, you already kind of predicted this, I believe, but
I said
that was
Anthem. Yeah,
Tony,
the Anthem DLC exclusive. Yeah,
it will have exclusive content, but it'll also have a beta this fall, and it will also give it an official release date for 2019. But
the beta exclusive.
The beta will probably be timed exclusive, I'm guessing, for Xbox. Like Xbox will get it first, but that's not part of my prediction. But there will be a beta this fall, probably November, December, somewhere in that range. And then and then the actual like concrete date will be like, February 21st, 2019, like something like that. not just like a time frame, like not spring. Like they'll give you the actual release date.
All right.
Also, Kingdom Hearts 3 gets delayed to 2020. Oh, do I need?
All right, so my prediction for Assassin's Creed, the new it's Odyssey, right? Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the best looking game shown of any game shown. Assassin's Creed.
Well, that's very subjective. I think
you want to read what my thing says? I don't know if you can read it. It says, I'm not going to show you the rest of them. It actually says subjective, but majority rules.
Okay. So basically, the thing is, Assassin's Creed Odyssey looks real good.
Yeah. I mean,
it's gonna be tough because I have a feeling Anthem might be that game.
Yeah.
This year.
That's what I thought too.
Unless,
but I with the way that Origins was,
mm-hmm.
I just think that
the only other one that I could see stealing the show is if it's revealed is Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one could
be
Witcher 3 are spectacular. So
yeah,
and that was started. That's been in the process for a while. Quick update from our chat. New Infamous game. Josh says it ain't happening.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, Josh. Hold on. Josh, you can't come in here. You can't come in here an hour and 45 minutes late and just start making predictions. That's not how we do this.
New Infamous game. Well, unfortunately, they're making Ghost of Tsushima. Not unfortunately, but so New Infamous ain't happening.
They could always give it to somebody else at that point.
Yeah, it would have to be. Yeah, it'd have to be another publisher. Maybe Blue Point.
Josh,
no one knows what Blue Point's doing.
Yeah. All right. So Tony.
What do we got here? This is actually my prediction from last year. I'm gonna just keep it going. New Burnout game will be shown by E3 by EA. I think since they released, like they redid a kind of a remaster, like Paradise, they're testing to see the interest level of Burnout. So I feel like they're going to announce a new Burnout. And I think Need for Speed didn't do that well last year. The last one didn't really do that hot. So
I honestly forgot that it even came out and didn't even play it.
What's weird too is like when they showed it at EA's conference, I was like, oh, that actually looks kind of cool. Like it looks like a sport racing game, but I never played it.
I'll wait for it to go to.
I love Need for Speed. Yeah,
I I really like that. That was actually was one of the things I was tossing around as a prediction as myself. Is that it just seems so cool, like coincidental that they'd be like, hey, here's Burnout Paradise. Remember that game? Okay, here's the next Burnout game. Like just kind of like get it fresh in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm sure Tony's probably like, man, I wish it would have been Dead Space.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Although Visceral's gone now, so thanks to EA for that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Keep it going. Keep moving.
All right, Brandon.
Brandon?
All right, so I think I am actually going to go with my bonus one. So I will say BioWare announces a new Knights of the Old Republic game, but it won't necessarily be a direct sequel. It'll be something more based on the Revan character again. So maybe like something right in between. Be like Revan's Redemption or something like that.
Yeah.
If that was the name, I would. That's silly. Knights of the Old Republic, Revan's Redemption.
Revan Revenge R2.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, actually, that would be kind of cool though, because like you could kind of play off how the player chose to end the game. So you can maybe like it'd be like Redemption Revenge. It's like so you can choose how you ended the game, and so you're either like start off as a Sith Lord or a Jedi Knight or whatever.
To be honest with you, I would just love 1 and 2 to be packaged together and remastered, like just completely, even a remake, kind of like Final Fantasy VII. Like, just bring them up, make them look current. Maybe tune the system a little bit just so it's a little bit more not so janky, and just like boom, give me that. I don't even need a new one. Just give me the first 2 together in a package.
Wait, Velma, did you just say jinkies?
I said janky.
Is that the word? Janky. Oh, janky.
I ain't no Velma.
True.
All right. So since Brandon stole one of mine, I gotta use my bonus one. Watch Dogs 3 is announced, and that's it. Like, there's no date. It's just a trailer. Just this maybe confirms location. There's no date thrown out. Well, I could see them throwing like 2019 or 2020, but I'm just gonna say Watch Dogs 3 announced. Basically, and location will be confirmed. I would even. This is not going to be part of it, but I'm thinking it's going to be outside of the U.S. because the first 2 were Chicago and San Francisco, I believe. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like London or maybe Sydney, Australia, something like that. It'll be outside of the US.
Oh, no other game might be outside the US. Okay. I have like. Go ahead.
So I didn't have any bonus ones, so I have to go with what Brandon had already said. Kind of the Marvel game will have a full length trailer. We will get a release date, but a bonus part of the prediction is Doctor Doom's going to be the main villain.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
Hey,
That
Gustav.
was me. So this is the third one, right?
Yes.
Damn. See, I want to say all three of mine. You know what? Fuck it. So I have a main. God damn it. I don't know which one of the three. Well, this one, I'm just throwing this one out there. At some point, Mortal Kombat 11 is going to be announced at some point this week. If I don't hear no Mortal Kombat 11 news, I'm killing somebody. I'm ripping Brandon's head off.
So, did you see that Mortal Kombat XL is only like $10 this week?
I already got it. Okay. You know what? Okay. So, damn it. The two.
Just give all three.
Division 2 we set in Tokyo. Division 2 won't be in America.
Okay.
That's another third one. My man. Okay, this is the third. This is the real third one. Titanfall 2. EA will do a massive kind of Taken King kind of restructuring of Titanfall 2 to kind of put some life back into it.
Interesting.
Like I feel like at this point, because they've been like they cut the share the prices of it, and like the game, you can usually get the game for like $5, $6, $7 under $10 now.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, like even me, like I bought it when it was like $6, and like I play that game very frequently. I really like it. I feel like a lot of people have it to this point now that they can maybe do a little push to kind of.
Yeah, not to mention that if you're on Xbox, it's part of EA Access, so like you can have it part of that. So
yeah,
it's very easy to own that game. Is basically.
Yeah, I feel like get a little more interest in it too before because I feel like it's a while before they announce 3 because I feel like 2 didn't do that well.
Also, I don't know if it's the main Respawn team, but I know that a Respawn team is working on a Star Wars game with some other developer. I forget which one, but I was hoping we'd see that. But
and then they can make it, and they can also announce a battle royale of Titanfall.
Titanfall battle royale,
and you got Titan. You have mechs. You have like Titans just drop out of it. There's like Titan drops. There's like little Titan drops. If whoever gets there first, they'll get a Titan.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Kind of like Me gusta.
So yeah,
Brandon, bold. Give us the bold.
All right. So my bold prediction is Bethesda will give us a fully detailed reveal of Starfield with a rough release date.
Yes. Motherfucker. Now I don't even know what I'm gonna do for bold. It's the thing I had.
You want me to go while you come up with something?
No,
That's
I'll come up with something.
That's what you get for taking my Cyberpunk one.
True.
Mine was literally the exact same thing you wrote for Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I literally said the next Bethesda's Todd Howard game is a Fallout / Elder Scrolls style game in space in the state. Well, I put state for spring of 2019, but that's basically we're talking about the same game. Bold prediction. Yeah, actually, don't skip me for right now. Just come back to me. I'll go last.
All right.
Give me a minute.
My bold prediction is that Madden actually makes major changes to the franchise mode, and the majority
That's
of the
pretty
community
bold. That's very bold.
I know. So I actually I went to Madden's Reddit just to see if anything had come out while we were on the podcast, and apparently they did post they posted a screenshot with Baker Mayfield and saying like tomorrow tune in at 2:00 to see gameplay. So the screenshot looks very, very good. Here, I'll post it.
If I remember correct, wasn't Madden last year the one where they didn't show any gameplay, like until like
yes.
Yeah, no, it was
something
all,
like that.
It was all just like cinematics. That's it.
Yeah, they never showed
like
actual
cinematics
gameplay.
and screenshots.
yeah.
Yeah. Check out the
right
screenshot I
before the game
posted
came out.
in the Hangout thing.
Okay. I don't fuck shit up. I will do it. Oh man.
Oh, okay. So sorry, it doesn't say gameplay. It says for the first look at Madden. So it's again gonna be
damn,
well, we're definitely gonna get a cinematic. I don't know if we're gonna get gameplay.
Oh man! So the first comment on that post is it me or does the jersey look better?
Oh man.
You have your prediction, your bold prediction yet?
No.
All right,
Well,
Tony.
okay, here. I'll do it. I'll go. I got it. So I think that the next Elder Scrolls game will be announced, and it'll be announced for 2019. And the reason why this is our bold one, right?
Yeah.
The reason why that's bold is because usually Bethesda likes to wait until like 6 months before, like Fallout 4. If you know, for instance, they announced it and it came out the following November. They don't like to kind of give a big head start on games. I think they'll actually show the next Elder Scrolls, but they won't put a date on it. They'll say like, here's the next Elder Scrolls. Here's like the territory it's taking in, whatever, not like Skyrim or Oblivion. They'll give like an actual name to it, and they'll put a date on it, like 2019 or 2020, whatever. But that game will get revealed.
Okay.
Fuck you, Brandon, for taking my fucking bold prediction. It's not that bold if we both predict it. Gee.
Thank God my name starts with the letter B.
Right? All right, Tony.
Oh,
The final prediction of the final prediction.
Oh, this is a sad prediction. So I really didn't have a bold third-party one at the time. So my bold one is that EA will finally give me a Dead Space 4, and I would be. If they gave me if I got Dead Space 4, EA would just win. I would just be so happy. I'll cry. I would probably cry.
You'd be like me and Brandon last night.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Brandon could probably hear me crying.
Dead Space.
I'll even settle for like a 1, 2, and 3 like remaster, or like what is it called? Not remaster, but like well, there's not. I can't get it from PS4. I can't get it from PS4.
You can get it for Xbox.
Okay.
Whatever. I ain't buying. I'm not. No.
Xbox Master Race.
We ain't doing all that. I think in my storage unit I have Dead Space 2 and 3 for my PS3, and I have my PS3 here, but I ain't trying to hook them up. So we ain't doing all that.
Yeah, too much.
All right, so
All right.
for this, it's gonna be a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like our predictions are basically what needs to happen for them to be successful.
Like just generally, Ubisoft, Square, and Bethesda, they just need to keep doing what they're doing, just showing off games. It's not like EA after they had a rough year last year with closing of Visceral, Mass Effect Andromeda, which was a good game, but it just kind of got a really bad rap out of the gate.
The Battlefront reveal was very
the Battlefront, the whole star cards and the pay to win and all that fun stuff. Like they kind of had a negative year last year. I think they just kind of have to kind of come out and show some stuff. Really, basically, they just kind of have to kind of reset the narrative and kind of really with EA. The only thing I really think they need to do is show something Star Wars that's not a multiplayer Battlefront style game. Like they need to show like a story game, because that's what all of us EA fans want, or like Star Wars fans want, is a nice The Old Republic, a Jedi Outcast, something story driven.
I don't care who does it. I just want to see a first person Star Wars non-multiplayer game. I don't care who does it. If it's on PlayStation stage,
it can be third person. It can be anything. I just want.
I didn't mean third. I didn't mean like first person specifically. I meant like single player.
Single player.
Not first person.
Yeah, like and it can even be co-op. I don't give a shit. But I just want a story-driven Star Wars game. I don't want a multiplayer game. Not that Battlefront is a terrible game. It's a great game. Like they did a spectacular job making you feel like you're in the battles of Star Wars. Like they did a fantastic job. But to me, it's like, okay, that's great. Now give me a story game like Knights of the Old Republic, like something like that. Just like give me something that's a story game.
Yeah, I want something that I'm invested in, like a single character I'm invested in.
Right.
Mm-hmm. One thing I did say as a general rule, so I was saying that pretty much what you guys said, they need to show off a good amount of their games, but I think for EA specifically, they need to make sure that they mention that loot boxes are not a thing.
Yeah,
any of their games.
And they've already
Battlefield. Yeah, they have started that, but I think they need to echo that sentiment even further. That Battlefield will not have loot boxes. Anthem will not have loot boxes. Whatever other game that they have will not have loot boxes.
Yeah, I think.
I also said that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say Madden needs an overhaul for the franchise mode to be successful.
I
need
think
a Madden battle royal game.
yeah,
It's a Madden Royale.
Score a touchdown.
Madden. Oh Jesus.
There's
It's
100
Madden
end
Royale.
zones.
Steven.
And if someone scores in your end zone, you're eliminated from the game. Boom. Make it.
No, I think Kotaku had like one bold prediction, or not necessarily bold, but like they're saying that like the first thing EA does is publicly apologize on stage for the loot boxes.
Yeah, I think that they should
My bad.
acknowledge in some way, like, you know, last year, you know, Battlefront, this, that, whatever. So Battlefield's not going to have loot boxes. Like, we've learned that they have to kind of show in some way, I think, to core gamers that, like, hey, we understand you didn't like this and this and this. We're moving forward. Like, we understand, we learn from our mistakes. Battlefield won't have this. They won't have this. Everything will be cosmetic. It won't be pay to win. We have a better progression system, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
that's what they need to do. Like, they don't have to go, like, we fucked up, but they kind of have to be like, in a way, kind of be like, hey, this is kind of, we understand that you didn't like this, so we're not doing that. So,
Help me, I'm poor.
yeah. Otherwise, the other three, I kind of like Square. They just need to keep doing what they're doing. Like they're kind of known as like the Japanese. Like, hey, we have Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, and now like we also have Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and we have this Avengers game, and like they're kind of expanding like their Western audience. I just keep doing that. Like,
Yeah.
give us stuff that's Japanese, but you can also give us like the Western stuff too.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I think so. The last thing I think we have is just what I just have a list of the games that I'm looking forward to the most. I don't know if you guys also have like a list. I think
I
that's
can
the last
definitely
thing.
come up with one.
I mean, yeah.
I can think of.
I really
I'll go through my list, and then if you guys, so Forza Horizon 4, I really want to see. Anthem, the Destiny 2 DLC. I just want to see whatever they said. They're doing more of a campaign kind of cinematic, so looking forward to that. What they do with Madden, the new Gears game, whatever the new Microsoft IP is, because I'm predicting that the new IP is going to be there. So whatever that is, I'm excited. Smash Brothers, Assassin's Creed, and Overkill's The Walking Dead. If there's any more like gameplay, I kind of want to see that for anybody. So that's my list.
Yeah, I mean, mine's pretty similar. I mean, I think the main ones for me is probably going to be like Anthem, Kingdom Hearts, obviously. See if they do show the new Avengers game, I think that's something I'd be very excited for, and Cyberpunk. And then I think Destiny, obviously Forsaken as well for Destiny too. I feel like we'll probably get, even though they didn't really say anything, that we'll probably get more information about the weapon system, because the thing is because like they're gonna have gameplay there for people, right?
Yes, they will have gameplay.
I mean, like that system, it will already be in place, so they'll have to kind of discuss it a little bit for people to understand.
I don't think that they're going to discuss it at the conference. I think that they'll let people play it. People will then give their opinions, and then we'll get more information on the TWAB.
Right.
Actually, now that I literally had to pee for like 10 minutes. I actually think I kind of have the weapon system kind of figured out. I don't know if you noticed, they had like little like squares with like 1 to 3 bullets in it. I think that you're gonna be able to have a total number of quote unquote bullets. Like every gun's gonna have like 1 to 2 or 3 rating, and you're gonna have to like total up to fit your weapons, kind of thing. I don't know. This is a general theory I have for this, but
I don't know.
Games I'm looking forward to the most. Anthem obviously is probably up there. Spider-Man, they don't really have to show me much. I already know I want that game day one. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I love the first 2 Tomb Raiders, so I really want to see those, or what the next one is going to entail, because it's not the same team that made the first 2, Crystal Dynamics. The Crystal Dynamics is working on that Avengers game, so I'm hoping it looks similar, at least. I'm hoping they don't make too many broad changes. I don't think they will, but I think it's Eidos something is making the new one, but and then like Metroid Prime, like there's a lot of games that are coming that I'm like I want to play, but like you said with Forsaken, so they're doing the story reveal, so I'm kind of hoping, I'm interested to see what that's all going to entail, because we don't actually know what we know. In general, there's like 8 barons that have escaped from this prison that Cayde 6 is in charge of, and basically I'm guessing it's the Prison of Elders, but and they're breaking out. So it's like, okay, well, what's like we don't know what Forsaken specifically means. So
why have you forsaken me?
in my unforsaken.
I'm hoping that because I'm pretty sure they've already said that like they're gonna do more raid layers after Forsaken. So I'm hoping that I can't remember the name of the map, but basically where the
Dreaming City.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, where I'm hoping the Dreaming City is still a social environment as well as pertaining to the raid. Not like how Leviathan was just there for the raid and it had some obviously some hidden areas that became the layers. Like I'm hoping there's still some social spaces in the Dreaming City.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing kind of a minor multicast sidebar right now, but like. To me, I thought it was really interesting that they said that part of the map is kind of like an end game focused area. Yeah. So I'm kind of wondering, like, okay, so you're gonna basically beat the main story, and then that'll unlock, I'm guessing, and then all the end game activities will be there. So based on what they said, I mean, I don't know if that's actually how it's going to work, but if that's the case, like you said, I'm hoping that there's like kind of like a social space kind of there and stuff like that. Like I'm hoping just to get a little more info, like you said. I don't think we have until September. We have all of the rest of this month, all of July, all of August for them to talk about it. But like you said, I heard you while you were talking about with the weapon system. You would think that they would kind of have to explain it at least basic.
Yeah. Like I mean, like
people are going to be playing with it.
Yeah, they're going to have to know what to ammo and stuff to pick up to be able to.
Here's what I think here's what's the weapon system's going to be. Like how they have, you could get a shotgun in your primary, and you're going to be able to get a shotgun in your secondary, and you're going to be able to get a shotgun heavy, right? I think that there are going to be specific shotguns that are only heavies. There's specific shotguns that are going to be secondaries, and specific shotguns that are be primaries. I think weapons like a rocket will still only be heavy, and I feel like the auto rate, like that's really the type of thing is, or like a shotgun, you can get a shotgun, but then the modification system, you can either make it a heavy mod, a primary, a kinetic mod, or an element mod. So you could have 3 Hawthorne's field shotgun at the same time, and they're all like one's a heavy, one's a kinetic, one's a element. I think that
I could see power level basically, like how.
Yes.
Well, I could. Sorry.
No, I was going to say one one would have either an element. It would be a kinetic or a heavy. Like it would just be a stronger version with less ammo or something like that.
I'm thinking maybe like. Because I can't seem to making that much of a draft. Maybe they do. I don't know. But like I feel like so you have 3 shotguns in each space, but there's still white, green, purple bricks that drop. But say like you have, but if you have like a shotgun in the kinetic, because it's a little more powered. When you pick up a white brick, it only gives you like 2 bullets compared to
I can see that.
If you pick up a well, I guess green would. I mean, or maybe that it's still the same for like green. Maybe it's like still 2, and then for power, maybe you get 5 bullets.
Right,
like
I could see that. Yeah,
but obviously the power breaks would drop more less commonly.
Right. Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
So that's your Mind of Multicast minisode.
Jesus.
I'm excited for E3. I used to be kind of excited, but now that we kind of like follow it and you get more information is readily available, I'm like E3's like, let's do it.
It's almost like a holiday for gamers because it's just like we get to know everything that we know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really stoked. Even like the thing is like EA, I'm like I said, I'm really excited for Anthem. I really hope to take a lot of time to actually show off Anthem and like what it is because potential and like what I'm really hoping is that obviously Destiny 2 is in a way better place than it was at launch, and come Forsaken, it'll be even in a better place. But I'm hoping that Anthem doesn't have to go through the thing that Division and Destiny did, where it like grew, like to get to where it is. Like a year later, it finally was where it's supposed to be. I'm hoping that they just look at all the lessons because it got delayed to 2019. It was supposed to come out this year, so I'm hoping that they took all those lessons from the other games and that when Anthem launches, it's great. But at the same time, like I still want to play Destiny, so it'll be cool. It'd be cool if those 2 games tandem work together, and those are like were my 2 main games. But I'm really hoping, more than anything, I'm hoping for BioWare that the game is great, because Mass Effect Andromeda, even though it wasn't the main BioWare team, just wasn't like, I enjoyed it. I'm not saying it was a bad game at all, but I feel like a lot of people just really shat on that game, and I'm hoping.
Well, it closed the studio down. So
yeah, right. This first studio. So what I'm hoping is that Anthem comes out and renews like that faith in the BioWare name, because a lot of people didn't like Mass Effect 3, and a lot of people didn't like Mass Effect Andromeda, and BioWare's kind of getting that reputation of it not being as
bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you, as they were before. So I'm hoping that this brings them back to like Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect 1 and 2, like that echelon of developers.
Yeah.
I'm hyped. Tomorrow
Yep.
at 11 p.m. 11 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. EA starts it off.
Yep. EA, and then
Yeah, I won't be able to watch it.
Shit. Are you guys going to be able to watch it? Tony and Brandon, or Tony and Steven?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna be where Brandon's at. So
Okay.
wait,
So
I'm having my phone. Whatever.
yeah. So we're not going to be broadcasting anything live, but we are going to obviously watch it. So, yeah, next week we are going to probably recap E3. We will go over what we got right, what we got wrong, I'm guessing, and we will talk about what actually happened.
Keep an eye on Justin's Twitter, because he likes to tweet about stuff, so he will probably be tweeting.
Yeah. Also, I just started a new kind of like vlog. Is that the word?
Is it a video blog?
It's a video blog. So actually, the first
it is a
video
vlog.
that should go up tomorrow morning. I'm just kind of, if you watch today, it'll be kind of similar, but I did kind of like a preview of what we're going to see at EA's conference, and then I'll also do one for all the other main conferences that we covered today. And then eventually I'm going to do a video about Destiny 2. But I've started kind of a new thing. It's called Leveled Up, LEVLD, and then the word up. If you don't know how to spell up, I'm not spelling it for you. I don't want you as a fan. No, I was kidding. Can't spell up. I don't want you. No. So check me out. Also, Tony does another thing called Super Game Brews. They just started playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Definitely check that out. That's kind of their Let's Play series he does. Tony and Steven haven't come up with a separate thing besides Fanboy 4 yet.
Wait, did you say Tony and Steven?
You meant Brandon and Steven.
I meant Brandon and Steven. I'm sorry. I am not thinking right. Anyways,
I am not well.
I'm not well. Actually, I'm surprisingly okay. But the Capitals won, so they don't really need to make another thing. Although, yes, I think this isn't video game or nerd related, but I'm sure eventually, as we get closer to the NFL season, you might be seeing me, Brandon, and Steven doing something NFL style. So if you're into football, keep an eye out for that. We'll tell you about it, obviously. But if you want to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, we are Fanboy4Pod. Facebook, just look up Fanboy4. That's all you need to look up for that. I am Leviathan426 on Twitter. Brandon is Red03BMC. Don't expect him to reply to you or even see what you said, because he does not use Twitter. But you can still follow him, and it'll make him feel good. Steven is Galvanator93. Tony is Tony Brown.
G93.
Oh, Jesus.
I almost made you a logo yesterday, but it didn't look really good, so I just didn't do it. And then Tony also uses Instagram a lot. He is Omega Sanction _ on Instagram. I do not use Instagram. Brandon, I don't think uses Instagram.
Tony Brown on Twitter.
What was that?
Yeah,
Tony.
You said it.
Oh,
Yes.
my bad.
You're right. You're bad.
But you know what's good though? Super Game Brews. Check it out. Super Game Brews.
Yes.
Twitter.
On Twitter, Super Game Brews. Brews spelled like BREWS, not like
How's what you spell?
Brews. But,
Hello, I'm Bruce. Fish on.
but yes, not BRUISE. Like not like you have a bruise, like brews, like beer. So,
Like the bruises Justin gets when Melissa beats him.
yeah. Because she doesn't want to be known as
She's like, how did they find out?
All right, here's my last word. If Pokemon 2019 is not shown, this is me right here.
That's one of my predictions. So
That's
hopefully,
Sodium.
This is Brandon's prediction.
Brandon,
That's it.
so
I'm out.
Okay, so thank you for tuning in. This episode we already knew was going to be long. It's over 2 hours. It's 10:15 Eastern right now, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real late.
it's roll late, but it's Friday, so this works.
Y'all about to play Destiny. Don't even lie. Y'all
Yeah,
about to
damn
play
right.
Destiny.
It's faction rally, man. I need to farm a little bit.
I actually might join Melissa in Fortnite because she's obviously winning tonight, so maybe I can.
She doesn't want your ass in there.
I say maybe
She's winning. She doesn't want you to play.
maybe she can carry my fat ass to a victory. So make sure if you did watch this, share it with your friends. Get us some followers. Like we want to build a following here, so let's get it
We want to
going.
have people watching live.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch it. Yeah, because next week we'll do our recap show. We want more people watching, so get do some work for us. Come on, let's help us out.
Josh ain't real tonight. He ain't real.
Josh, just mother.
He about to get banned.
You had to eat dinner, motherfucker. You starve. Can
think
eat
Josh-
and watch?
all right.
Can eat and watch?
I think
All
next
right,
year, Josh, instead of going on his cruise, should just pay for our tickets to E3.
True.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
So thank you for watching. All our predictions are going to come true, except for the ones that contradicted each other. So
Yeah.
You're the only one with contradictory ones.
Yeah, I think
I know. Well, I really messed up because I picked things that's like 5 parts. So like one part is wrong. It's like, yep, you fucked up. All the other parts
Yeah,
are
you
right,
did.
but you got that one wrong, so you're screwed.
You done goofed.
I done goofed, but that's okay. I like making E3 predictions. So
Yeah.
again, thank you for watching. We will see you next week with our E3 recap. All right.
Mhm.
Adios.
see ya.
Later.
God damn it.
Yeah.